Y'all gonna have to either leave the VC or deafen yourselves, except for Rookie.
Oh, okay. Already from the get-go.
And Ven. Ven is allowed to stay too.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna head over to General.
All right.
What are you doing to me?
I'm making you suffer for the sake of plot. So, as you have laid down to sleep in the inn, your eyes open, but you are not in your bed. Nay, you can tell this fogginess, this emptiness that surrounds you. You're still in a dream. A dream that you have not had in a very long while. You hear a voice cut through the fog. A voice, even though you haven't heard it in some time, you know it all too well. This is the voice of your patron. Forward, Rookie. Forward. It beckons you to walk forwards.
Okay.
Do you heed its call?
Yes.
You begin to walk forward through the empty fog. Step by step. Until you approach. You see something through the fog. And as you approach it, it is the sword mace that you have been summoning to your side. Take my hilt. Heed my call entirely. I must ask something of you.
And what may that be?
That creature. Floof. You must save one. The voice is staticky and it's not coming through to you entirely clearly, even after taking the hilt of the sword mace.
Save one.
You must save one.
One floof? What?
Enter the race. Key to salvation.
Okay.
It's very strange. None of your prior interactions with your patron have gone like this. But you do know that this is, with absolute certainty, your patron. This is definitely not any kind of illusion or someone pretending to be your patron.
Okay.
I will grant more power. Awaken, dragon. And as it says this, the ground beneath you rumbles. And yet it doesn't rumble. Something rises up from the fog, the shape of a dragon. A massive, massive dragon. It lunges towards you, and as its jaws are about to clamp down on you, you awaken in your bed. But there is something on your wrist that was not there before. You don't know what it is or what it does. But it's there, and you know that it has something to do with the dream that you just had.
Okay.
And we're back.
You make me do this, Archer. Why you do this to me?
Because I can.
Oh wait, Gray's gone.
Wait, what are we waiting on right now?
Gray went up to...
Wait.
Okay.
Who is
Alright,
it?
we got Nova.
Wait.
We just need... Gray.
Gray's BRB.
Yeah, generalized BRB, so...
Alright. Can stop the music, and...
Stop the
Is this one? Yes. This works.
Ooh,
I really should organize my music better, but
yeah,
this is
just a bit.
Imagine
Why you do this to me, Archer?
fine.
Sounds like me then.
You awaken to a brand new day. Everybody is still safe in the inn. No one got kidnapped during the night.
Why would we be worried about this kind of thing?
I mean, out of character, you worry.
I suppose,
Well.
yes, it's true.
Well, some of you are worried.
But everything is fine now.
Yeah,
For the
this
most-
morning at least. But yeah, you all wake up safely in the inn, but it seems like Salem is just out like a light this morning.
Hmm.
Just sound asleep still.
Well, maybe she just needs more energy to recharge because of all the excess friendship going around.
Perhaps. Perhaps. And,
So what do we see once we step outside the inn?
once you step outside the inn, there is a concerning number of people gathered outside talking about new friends that arrived. There's a pretty big crowd out there.
Are they?
Are we already out the door? Or are we just
No,
staring out a window? Or
not
something?
necessarily. You can see the crowd from your room windows.
Oh, okay.
They don't seem angry. They don't have any torches or pitchforks out.
They're just really
How-
excited though.
It's like a mob, right? In a way, they're just gathered around the place,
Well,
right?
mobs tend to be
Kind-
angry. This is more of a.
This is a happy mob.
Yeah, it's a happy mob.
And Twinkie gazes out the window. He looks down at the crowd, and he just stares, and he's just like, "Oh shit, here we go again."
I guess my character just kind of glances out there and just. Is there something the matter going on in the city?
Not so much that, but Twinkie suggests we go out the back door rather than the front.
Well, what I can do is I can step out there and you guys can just slip out through the back, I guess. I'm not sure where to meet up though, but
Twinkie just shakes his head. He's just like, it's
Stand back.
it's too early in the morning for this shit.
What on this? Sorry.
All you've missed is that Salem is sleeping in, and there's a large crowd of people gathered outside the inn that you stayed at.
What? What is this? Do you mind if I try and figure out what they might be referring to, like what they might be there for? Like, is there something they're chanting or something?
Jeez, I wonder why.
They're not like chanting anything specific, but like,
Could I like maybe listen in and see if there's
yeah,
like, if
you
there's
can.
Perception.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
aiming
even
for a
have to roll
perception check.
No, you don't even have to roll for this.
Is that because my passive perception is 18?
That would certainly help. You can
Christ.
tell that they're very, very excited that there's new people in town.
Oh Jesus! Do they just not get travelers?
I think they're just. It's not so. Like, you saw a lot of travelers at the bar that you were at yesterday. They're just very. It's a very excitable city, it seems.
Interesting. Well, that's a funny little bit of culture now, isn't it?
I suppose.
I can't help but wonder what a bard burger would taste like. I'm not much of a cook myself.
What are these warlock nuggets you're referring to? I only know of warlock nuggies, actually.
I imagine you've got 2 of them yourself.
Is it so? Okay. Is there a back entrance in this place?
You can talk to the innkeeper about that.
Can we do it? Let's go do that. Twinkie proceeds to go talk to the innkeeper. And he greets them. He's like, "Hey,
Yes.
Hey, is there like a back entrance to this place?
Oh yes, we have a back entrance for deliveries, ingredients, and that sort of thing. Why?
Do you mind if me and my friends and associates use this back door as an exit?
Ah, you're scared about the crowds, huh?
No, we're not scared. It's too early in the morning for stuff like this, you know?
Oh well.
I pop
Yeah.
up behind Twinkie and I just say, yeah, we really just wanted to do some shopping in this town and perhaps maybe look around. We had heard that there was an excellent bazaar here.
Ah. He thinks for a moment.
I am
I've never-
flat lying.
I never thought our bazaar was that amazing, but well, sure, you can use the back entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of travelers are off-put by the crowds the first day of their arrival.
Right,
Don't
and,
worry, they'll settle down after a couple of days, probably.
And if you don't mind,
Usually.
what was our bill for the evening?
Oh, let's see, it was 5 of you?
Yes,
Correct.
5. Well, we have a
Yes.
6th that we'll be ordering a room for as well. I can give you their name and mark in case they show up, but they'll be coming later, I believe.
Ah, very well then. Let's see, so for 6 people, that'd be... carry the blah. That'll be, 30 silver per night.
Oh, excellent. Well, we'll be gaining a week's lodgings, so if you don't mind, and I'm gonna
All
pass
right.
over the, I guess, what is it? 2 gold and
2 gold, 10
30
silver.
Yeah, 2 gold, 10 silver. So let me just count that out from my thingies here. And 30. Yeah, and I
Yes,
pass
thank-
that over and I pay for our lodgings for the evening. Okay, well that
Thank
should
you.
be that should be a
That'll
week's
be-
worth of lodgings for us. So we'll be staying here
Indeed.
as long as it's necessary.
All right then, please enjoy, and
Oh,
enjoy the race if you do attend.
before we go, Twinkie's been meaning to ask.
Yes?
What's the news around the city lately?
Oh, most of it is about the race. I heard that they're announcing. I heard they're announcing prizes today.
Oh,
Well, that sounds wonderful. Where can we find out where the prizes are? That's always a fun announcement.
Oh, I believe that'll be Oh well, in the bazaar that you're headed to, Town Square.
Ah, fantastic. Well, we'll certainly. I'm sure we'll certainly hear it while we're doing our shopping, right, Mr. Twinkie?
Twinkie sweats profusely.
Let's come along now, friends, and we'll leave Salem to get her rest.
You sure?
Or maybe we won't. I think
sure
she's
we
typing in
shouldn't
the
just
chat.
Go wake her up. Twinkie can just like throw the bed out the window into the crowd.
I suppose we could try and wake her. I just remember the last time we attempted
Okay.
to. And
Twinkie
the fire.
immediately starts walking away.
And the fire.
Twinkie just immediately starts walking towards Salem's room.
Hey, Mr. Twinkie. It's probably best if you just leave,
no,
some to the
no,
rest.
I know, Jenna Pro. We gotta get everybody up. She can't stay in bed forever.
Well, we don't know that for a fact. After all, she does say she's descended from, well, I guess.
Hold on. Before
Well,
you
also,
start
it's.
talking,
I just get in front of him, arms akimbo, and I'm just like, it's ungentlemanly for you to barge into a lady's room.
Well, I'm not barging in. Twinkie's knocking.
The last time I saw you knock.
That wasn't knocking. That was kicking and punching. Twinkie has knows.
I'm out of character stalling for time, so Rudy can get in the chat.
Salem, get up. You can't
Just-
stay in bed forever.
You knock on the door. There's no answer.
And Twinkie just like his eyes start going wide, and he's like,
Oh God. What if
Kirby and
what if
Kirby
they
and I.
what if they already kidnapped Salem and she's no longer in the room? We gotta get in there right now.
You feel a very cold shoulder a very cold hand grab you by the shoulder, turn you around. For a very brief moment, you're face to face with Arjan, and she says, "Don't you fucking dare." And then she vanishes.
God, I'm so sorry.
Twinkie hasn't had his morning coffee. He's starting to hear, feel, see shit. He shouldn't be seeing. Ugh.
Twinkie just like starts like slapping himself awake. He's like,
It really is too early in the morning for this shit. Salem, get out of there right now.
Just
Get up.
we'll let her be for now, Twinkie.
Everything in that lit.
Just let her be. I think she's just really groggy and just needs a lot more time to wake up. You know how sometimes she is with her sleep.
Wait, I think Twinkie is thinking he's hearing noises coming from the room now.
Well, regardless, just let's just go do our thing. We can. Well,
I'm sure she'll catch up to us.
Yes.
Regardless of what happens, I can always send
Wait,
her a
I-
message.
I'm actually. What's happening right now?
You're being woken up at the inn that we stayed at in the last episode.
Oh.
And
All of a
Twinkie is
sudden,
knocking on your door.
All of a sudden, Salem comes running out of the door screaming, "Did it go off correctly?"
Oh,
God!
what?
See, Twinkie
I'm
knew
sorry,
something.
friends.
Yeah, like I grab her by quickly by the collar and just like ping as she's about to run over the stairs.
That was a close one. Twinkie was about to bust out the clockwork bomb.
We don't want to be paying any more than we want to for this place.
Yeah, I spent 2 gold and 10 silver on this place.
Well,
I'm
we
sorry,
can
I'm
get it back.
late, friends. What did I miss?
Nothing. We were just worried that you weren't going to have breakfast. Also, there's a bit of a crowd gathering outside, so I think we're going to take the back door out.
Okay.
On the plus side, they're announcing what the prizes for the race is going to be today, so we can go to the bazaar and
okay.
figure it out.
Twinkie
I
thinks
was
we
also
should
looking to see if
get
I
some
could
breakfast.
maybe get my hands on a few new materials for some of my magical elements. These messages
Okay.
don't come free, I said as I rub my forefinger and thumb together. This is not true. They don't require spell components.
Wait, but doesn't that spell not require spell component? Because Salem would know that.
She would.
Oh no, I'm lying. They do require spell components, but they're not consumed.
But aren't spell components not consumed with that spell?
Well, not all of them.
But aren't the components like a piece of string or something?
Not all of them. So look, sometimes I need to write down what I'm going to say before I say it. I only have 25 words.
Wait,
Oh,
are you
That's a lot of editing.
wait? Are you actually writing down your words on parchment and just to make sure?
I'm writing down my words on parchment and I'm reading them because I only have 25 words. And normally I would say that nothing important ever happens in 280 characters or less, but unfortunately I'm restricted.
Hold on. You're using too many fancy words for Twinkie to understand.
I send messages. I can't send too many words with these messages. I have to make it as sparse as possible. I have to make it as if it were like the twittering of a bird. Short and sweet.
Twinkie doesn't understand, but okay. Well, instead of all this bird talk, how about we go and get something to eat and then, go about our business.
Right. There's plenty of things we need to accomplish today. We have to go look for that brass dragon, and apparently we're not going to be looking that hard. The city is named for him.
All right, so I guess we all just start, starting
We're gonna
towards
slip
the
out the back door, yeah. Oh shit.
Yes.
I'm also gonna swap out. Archer, I've never used Vicious Mockery. Do you mind if I just swap the cantrip out?
Go for it.
Alright. I don't know what it's gonna be. The True Strike or Minor Illusion or some shit like that. Maybe in our bread and butter thing, like light.
Alright, so the innkeeper shows you out the back door. Thankfully, there's no crowd here, and you manage to slip off into the city. And before everybody in the crowd takes notice of you, the innkeeper does you a favor, steps outside, and basically acts as a distraction for you because she knows that it can be a bit overbearing for travelers around here sometimes.
Oh, I was just
Hey.
about to
What a
think about
nice
doing
lady.
that. I was, well, I mean, not just thinking about it, I was
How
actually
nice.
planning on, kind of doing that. But that works too.
You do notice as you're heading out into the city, it seems like Rookie stayed behind at the inn, but
Would I notice that on the way out? I'm probably just gonna give him, if not,
Yeah,
if I did, I'm gonna
notice
give him
that.
like a friendly, hey, you coming? If not, then I'm fine. I'll just whatever.
yeah, you'd probably notice on your way out.
I
But
would imagine we
Rookie
would
is
have
The
staying
whole
behind.
group notices, right?
I would imagine like there'd be some amount of noticing because
Yeah,
just only because because of how Twinkie was like, let's get Salem out.
Yeah.
They would make no
So,
sense if we're like, well, what about the rest of the
What
group?
about Rookie? Yeah.
Yeah, And
I think I knock on Rookie's in like. In
Rookie
Rook-
was like down in the
Lounge.
like talking to the innkeeper after you were getting shown the way out.
Reese Brock hasn't arrived yet, but I toss I wave over to Rookie and I'm just like, Rookie, you coming along? We're gonna go shopping.
I'm just going to get a little refreshment real quick. You guys go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, is there anything that you want at the bazaar today? Any kind of supplies? Maybe we could look for something a little bit more, And I do like kind of a zapping motion with my hands.
I think I'll check it out on my own time.
All right. Well, I look over to the crowd and I'm just like, well, you better stay safe. It looks like a jungle out there. All right.
All right.
If you run into any trouble, fire an eldritch blast into the air, and I'll try and send you a message. Okay?
Okay, I guess.
I give him, like a smile and a wave.
Stay
Alright,
safe.
and with
Stay
that-
safe, Rookie.
hold on, Mr.
You're off to the bazaar.
Hold on,
Yeah.
wait. And
Oh,
Mr. Hatfield, what of Mr. G?
Oh, I've been in communication with him. I've been sending him messages. He knows we're staying here, and I've ordered him a room.
Okay, I'm just wanted to confirm that. It's.
Mhm.
I mean, I suppose he's done the whole just slipping off unnoticed time to time.
Listen, I trust Brock with my life. I assure you, he's saved us multiple times, and we've saved him. I have no reason to question his loyalties or anything that's concerning.
I mean, I'm not worried about if he's trying to do anything against us. It's just
You're worried about his safety, right?
yeah.
Well, not to worry. He has his ways of contacting us.
All right.
I understand your concern.
Well, I guess we should get going to the bazaar now.
Don't you worry. The ever-vigilant Timothy Hadfield has got your back, Mr. Wingar.
All right. You make it to the bazaar, and a lot of people notice you at the bazaar, and they smile and wave, but none of them end up being too much of a bother here.
That's good.
There is one tent here in the town square that stands out a bit. It's substantially fancier than the rest of them, and it looks like it has a big glowing orb with some kind of swirling magical power within it at the top of it. It is almost definitely a some sort of traveling magical store.
Is it the store that I think it is?
Well, that depends what store you think it is.
Is it the magical equipment retailer, the most magical equipment retailer to ever retail magical equipment?
Yes.
Are Watt and IDK
Oh
outside?
my god.
Watt and IDK are not outside.
Because I was gonna say, how the fuck did they get here before us? Why aren't Watt and IDK outside?
Are we all here, or is it just Ricky and Gray's characters?
Everybody's here except for Ricky.
Okay.
And Brock.
Okay.
Brock.
And Brock. Right.
And Brock, yeah.
This place feels familiar to me.
Twinkie just shrugs and he's like, well, standing here ain't gonna do anything. He just proceeds to walk in.
Yep.
You walk in, and sitting at the counter is somebody who looks identical to the magical equipment retailer that you know, except with a different color palette. Everything is identical down to the hairs that are out of place,
Are you fucking
except
kidding
it's
me?
just a different color palette.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, that guy looks like he's from one of our previous D&D sessions.
What's a D&D session?
I don't know.
I look at the camera and say, what a strange coincidence.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Magical Equipment Retailer, the most magical equipment retailer to ever retail magical equipment.
Yeah. What you got for sale?
Oh, well, we have lots of things to set for sale today. Though, this one is a bit less about, the stabby, shooty things, and more about the pew-pews and the sturries.
Hey, did you happen to have
that's
something
quite
that's that's kind of along the lines of, well, this thing right here, and I pull out the, I guess that magical shield that I've had from the other shop.
Oh yeah, every location has one of those. That's our signature shield.
Oh, shield. Okay, I thought you guys happened to have just sort of like a specific brand of this type of stuff. Since I was also given a sword at some point, but had to.
Oh, you mean this one? And Timothy grabs by the scabbard the sword of Chad and just holds it out.
We don't have one of those.
Oh, wow, that's unusual. And just kind of casually puts it back underneath his cloak.
I guess it's probably unique then. Well, regardless, is the quality of the shield any different between these places, or simply you guys keep it consistent?
We keep those shields consistent.
Okay.
We have other shields here too, though. Not just our signature shield.
Well, I'm rather fond of this one here, since it's
all right.
catalyst and all.
Saved your life multiple times, I might add.
Yeah. Well, it also saves my pocket, since I don't have to do certain things. Thanks to this.
Say, do you happen to have a brother?
I have a lot of brothers.
That's what I was thinking, because we've walked into this shop before, and you look awfully familiar. Are you part of what are you, like quintuplets or something? You look
Something like that. But look, he leans over the counter, whispers into your ear. Don't tell the rest of them I said this, but I'm definitely the best out of all us brothers. You hear me?
Twinkie nods and he's like, okay, and then he just turns towards the group. So, yeah, there's some family thing going on here, and this guy thinks he's the big shot out of all the brothers.
Yeah, certainly a very nice shop.
The hearing range, hopefully, of the shopkeeper.
I see. Well,
Anyway, let's get all these pews or whatever this guy's selling. Twinkie.
Yeah, I want to see what sort of stuff you have for us spellcasters.
Well, that's exactly what this place is about. We've got all sorts of magical staves here, and we've even got spell components.
Timothy puts his hands on, slaps his hand on the table and says, I need a pearl.
We've got a pearl.
And it needs to be worth 100 GP.
I've got a pearl with exactly 100 GP.
I mean,
Right
we do
here.
have one pearl. I've been holding on to one we found from the place when we
He
raided
slams
it.
a
He
regular
points at you and
old-fashioned-
says, backups.
Right.
regular old-fashioned pearl, slams it on the table. It's quite big, looks very fancy, very ornately polished, well taken care of, even comes with its own little box. This'll be 101 gold pieces. The one is just for the,
box.
yes.
Goddamn, why is jewelry so expensive? Twinkie'll never understand.
oh, they involve going into dangerous waters sometimes.
Also,
And,
spell components are defined by their required value and worth.
And he digs around a little more, comes up, and here's a 1 platinum piece, 1,000 gold diamond.
Wait, 1 platinum piece is worth. Wait, for 1 platinum
Sorry,
piece.
10 platinum piece.
Yeah.
10 platinum piece.
Well, I'm gonna slap 1 platinum piece and 1 gold down onto the table and say, backup.
Oh, fine. Here's the pearl.
I don't have 10 platinum pieces on me.
Now wait. Twinkie's curious. What powers does this diamond have?
Oh, it's just a very fancy spell component for one of the rarest and most important spells in this land.
Does it?
Revive.
Twinkie just leans in
Ah.
closer and he's just like,
Does it taste good?
Well, it
Probably
tastes
not.
like life.
Life.
I wouldn't say it
that's the
tastes
most-
like life. It just kind of tastes like a rock.
Twinky's eyes just sparkles like he's like,
It's
life.
resurrection.
Actually,
It's a
That's the
7th
tastiest
level.
thing of
It's a-
all.
It's a 7th level spell.
Actually, this is more of this does not have the same mineral taste as other
Actually,
gems.
wait.
It's more like just actually is very tasteless.
Hold on a second. Archer, actually,
Yes.
does the Pearl of Power that I'm wielding count as a spell component?
No, it would not.
Okay. It's just not worth 100 GP.
It's not that it's not worth 100 GP, it's that it's already been enchanted.
Oh, okay. So, this is just for
Yeah.
backup identify, so,
Mhm.
yeah.
Now,
Sir-
Twinkie's got a question. You got any like unarmored robes for sale, for specifically for a gnome?
I don't think so, no. This isn't really a, I mean, I could make one for you.
Well,
How long would that take?
Probably about a week.
But
Well, maybe you can go to a tailor of some sort, a proper clothing shop. They
It won't be enchanted, but you could.
Is there really no? Are there really no other shops around here that may have such a thing?
Oh, there's probably lots of shops that would have that around here. I just can't guarantee that they'll have it done in a week or less.
Well, I mean, like having them already prepared and such.
Oh, shit.
You want something off the shelf.
He's sweating a bit because it's like, oh no, recommending somewhere else would be bad for business.
Twinkie.
But he
Twinkie's
knows
just
the
like-
truth.
Twinkie gets like a serious face, and can he like does he have to roll for insight or something that something's up, or can we just like see it on his face?
You can see it on his face that he's like nervous.
Twinkie gets the sense that something he's hiding something. He's just like he gets like a little angry look on his face, and he just like, how about you tell us?
Roll
Brand.
intimidate. Okay, there's a lot of magical shops around here. I'm just one.
Now recommend us the best one.
Okay, there's a magical tailor in town. He's like a few islands up, like the
What's the-
island below the castle. He's called like. Okay, don't. Actually, no. If I tell you the name, promise you laugh at it for being such a terrible name.
Twinkie don't care.
We have to
Twinkie
laugh at
doesn't
it?
care. Twinkie wants to know
Is
the
it-
Yes,
name.
you have to laugh at it because it's a bad name.
Is it the magical equipment tailor, the most magical equipment tailor to ever tailor magical equipment?
No, that would be a wonderful name. How
Oh,
dare
wow.
you insult me like that?
I'm just worried that they stole your name, and that's why it sucks.
Oh no, they didn't steal my name. Though
I don't-
there is a magical equipment tailor, the most magical tailor to ever tailor magical equipment. That's
See,
just
this
one of
is-
my brothers.
So
See, this is a brand I can trust.
Yeah.
is the owner's name Taylor?
The owner's name is Fingers, and he calls his shop Magic Fingers.
He just turns towards the group and he's just like, what?
I think I'm interested in this shop. This sounds like a wonderful shop.
Timothy is losing his shit.
Well, I could probably use some
Magic fingers?
equipment.
Uh,
Well, yes, that too. I mean, I already have magic fingers, and she wiggles her hands in the gauntlet.
I'm sure you're very good at using them.
Sir, I'm just curious. And he pulls out he pulls out a very unusual stick of some sort and places on the counter. I I don't know if you happen to know what this does. I mean, I could have had the others kind of identify this, but I don't know. Just something about this seems unusual, and it's basically the thing that's labeled as question mark parentheses pixie stick.
Oh, right.
It's divine, and that's about as far as I can tell.
He picks it up. I totally forgot about this. Come back in a few hours and I can tell you what this is.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Like I said,
well,
I'm the best out of all my brothers.
as I said, a brand I can trust.
Is anyone gonna buy anything here?
I already bought something.
Alright, so
And,
everybody's
Before, if you are interested in any other stick-like things, we have a wall of staves over there with come with pre-charged spells.
Ooh.
Oh,
Like one of them is we've got a magic missile. We've got I think one of them's a fireball. Someone might have already bought that one though.
do you have something more
Fireball's
unique?
Very popular, you know.
What's the charge rate on these ones?
It's usually about 4 charges per day. If you run out of charges, there's a chance of it breaking, but you know, it's only like he flips through he pulls out a book, flips through it. 25% chance of breaking.
All right. Well, that's not so bad.
Yeah, we should have a I can let me take a look.
Wow, that's a
Let's
really
see.
keyboard-like book you have there.
Oh yes, this is this book just shared between all of our magical equipment blanks across all of our siblings. It's been in the family for generations.
Well, that's
We know.
fantastic. Must be powered by some kind of sending stones.
Something like that. Trade secret.
Sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Indeed, indeed. So let's.
Sir, do you happen to have
Oh.
any sort of just rather let's just say any humble looking catalysts of sorts?
Humble looking catalyst, you say?
Just nothing too fancy. Just something on the just something just to simply just to have a catalyst as opposed to a nice ornate one.
Ah, something discreet.
Kind of looks you up and down. He nods a bit. He
Excuse me.
do you have any divine or arcane? You seem more like a divine type, but I just want to be sure.
Yeah, I guess you'd call it divine.
All right. Any particular god you fancy?
I believe he serves the Lord and Savior Ven.
That would
Ah.
use the word serve loosely.
Ven, followers of Ven, eh?
Oh, yes,
Those aren't too
praise
common
be.
around these parts, but I do
Praise
know
be
the
to
guy that
her.
she. He makes some damn good cheese.
A cheese shop, you say?
Oh yes,
Yes.
it was. The cheese was. I think the cheese was fine. Rice,
I'm
not
sure
really
it
was
Never
not
had
great.
camembert.
No.
I'm sure it must be divine.
Oh, divine indeed.
It's a
It's
very.
the only place I ever buy my cheese.
Twinkie just like raises an eyebrow and he turns into Jennifer and is just like, you ate the cheese.
The cheese. Well, this rather slightly pained look on his face. The cheese was all right. It seemed fine. It seemed rather fine. Not so much the rice, though.
Twinkie didn't know you were adventurous.
So let's see. We've got a. Oh, would you be interested in a staff of create food and water? Very popular among royalty.
What?
Staff of create food and water.
Wait, is this like? Is there any weirdness to that? Like, I mean, is it like it's teleporting food from another place, or is it just actually creating food from energy.
He takes out his book, flips through to the create food and water page.
It's a thaumaturgical technique.
You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
Well, that's
The
not what
food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad. So it creates food.
I see. You know,
This will save it. This will save us from having to carry so many rations.
yeah. What's the? Well, is this something simple to? I don't know if these certain staffs have anything.
Well, these staves are fairly simple to operate, Mr. Wingard.
Well, no. I mean, like, are this specifically this kind? Is it difficult to well, get a recharge on this?
It's a 3rd level spell, so it'll start with 4 charges and it'll recover 1 per day. So
Okay. How much is it then?
it's pretty good. I mean, you won't be eating like a gourmet, but
How much is it?
it's probably better than rations.
Listen. We have a very good chef with us. As long as we carry just basic spices and such, we will be perfectly fine.
It'll
Yes,
be,
the food may start out as bland, but we can certainly make it quite palatable.
Well, it'll be 2,000 gold for this staff, or 20 platinum pieces. It's a 3rd level spell. What did you expect?
Well, it will. It's a bit of an investment, but it will
Well-
prevent us from having to purchase food pretty much ever again.
Yeah, but we'd have to. This.
It'll also lighten our load considerably, and that of our donkeys, which will make them last longer.
How long would it take for this even offset the cost? This is setting us back.
Well, let's see. 15 humanoids worth of food, if I do my calculations correctly. Now that I think about it,
Even if we were-
I am actually going to do some napkin math
Oh
on
my
this.
god!
Let's see.
Is-
One ration.
Was he had
Twinkie just whispers to the group. He's just like, and he
So-
cracks his knuckles. He's like, guys, you think we should
Not in the city.
kill some business?
Not in the city.
Let's see. So that's 75 silver a day. At 75 silver. 75 silver a day? No. It could be. Let's see. For rations.
I think
75
this is a good.
silver a
It's a
day.
good idea, but at the same time, it's. We're gonna have to well, I'm going to have to restock on my my wallet there.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
what we could probably do is, now that I think about it, we could take a look at the. We could probably take a look at the investment, the investment money that we have, and see if we could pull some from that. I'm sure we could get the. I'm sure we could get the Soya Squad to probably message it over to us, and there we go. Suddenly, our money will be replenished. We could also probably
what
pool
was
some
the
of our
price of
resources
this
together.
stuff again?
It's 2,000 gold.
If you do have
Or 20
2,200 gold in the treasury, plus 10 platinums.
So that's an additional 1,000 gold as well. So, honestly, although it would be a significant cut into our resources, I think that we'd be able to. I think that we'd be. It would be kind of wise for us to invest.
Timothy.
Mostly because it means that we won't be. We won't be weighed down by any of it ever again.
Timothy. Do the thing you did before. Do the thing.
Well, I
Twinkie
suppose we
remembers
could
the thing
probably.
you did. Do the thing. You seem to be good at that.
But the only concern that we have is that it's going to be quite a bit of our resources right now. Is there any way that we could reach some sort of arrangement for a cheaper price? And I'm going to attempt to haggle with him, because this actually is. So the thing about this is that it would take 15 humanoids more than a year to pay back that money, but like we've been journeying for about 4 months now. Like, throughout the entirety of the campaign, if we never had to worry about buying rations again, it would end up saving us more money in the long run. But I'm aiming to see if I can get him down to about 1,000 gold instead.
Well, you kind of.
Perhaps we could do some sort of favor for you. Would that be amenable? A delivery to one of your brothers, or maybe even something within the town.
I did do some, I guess, advertising for one of your family.
That's true. And we have the shield. I point over to the shield, and I also pull out the sword of Chad. I'm still careful not to touch the handle, by the way.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
This sword, for example, has gotten us through quite a few problems in the long run.
see.
It's a beautiful weapon, and we tell everyone we can that it comes from the magical equipment retailer.
I
I
see.
Your family's business has done us quite a good work, and we'd love to do stuff in return.
Well,
I think in exchange for some sort of discount, we could work out some kind of advertising deal. We're businessmen ourselves, as a matter of fact. I'm sure that when we get our own business venture up and running and we begin to spread it across the land, we'll be able to continue our partnership.
kind
And
of
he just smiles.
strokes his beard thoughtfully. A favor, maybe.
Well,
And then
let
his
me-
eyes kind of light up a bit. Your little group here. You know about the races happening soon.
Twinky's eyes open
We've been to
wide.
hear about
Looks towards
We've been hearing some.
We've
stuff
heard
about
certain
this.
things, yes, and there's like a bit of caution to my voice.
Tell you what. If one of you boys or girl enter the race, I'll bet on you. If you come third place, I'll discount it by 500. Second place by 1,000. You come first, you get it for 5 platinum pieces.
Twinkie just like he loses his shit and he immediately tries to jump and grab the guy by the collar.
Oh, hey, hey,
no, no.
I'm.
You have
No
any
violence in
idea
the
what
show.
you're asking for? And he just like, I don't know if he actually did grab him. I don't know if I.
Right now,
I don't know if he has to
I'm
go for
I'm
it.
going
He's
to
like,
"Do you
I'm
understand
gonna back
What we're talking
yeah
about?
I'm gonna back Twinkie up on this one and say like yes, Mr. Twinkie here is a native of these races. He's told us that they're quite dangerous. Do you have any idea how much risk this is carrying?
Quite. He seems a bit confused.
Not only that, but you're
Dangerous.
asking us to do something. If they were to know that we colluded with you in order for you to place a bet on us, then they would have our heads.
Oh, they sponsor racers all the time.
Then this would have to be an official sponsorship.
Ah,
And I can draw up the documents if you like.
fine. Can be an official sponsor instead.
Okay.
Oh, I do like betting though.
Well, I can't stop you from doing that on your own time, but I'll hear nothing of it.
Sponsors aren't allowed to bet, so.
Considering what we've heard, I would imagine that if there's any kind of collusion to be done, I would imagine what they would be doing in response would be far worse than what would go on in the actual race itself.
He's so confused by what you guys are talking about.
I think what Junipero is trying to say is that like there might be a lot of like shady stuff happening behind the scenes anyway.
No, it's literally not.
Sure, the races can be rough, but I wouldn't say they're. Well, I guess they're a little bit dangerous if you're not used to it. I wouldn't say you're like gonna die for good if you enter them. Probably. I mean, there's been a few accidents in recent years, but
Ruthie takes a quick glance down to Twinkie.
Would you say that would you say the races have evolved over time?
yeah, they haven't evolved that much.
Really, not even maybe for perhaps a couple of decades.
No, they've been pretty much the same as long as I've been around. I've been around for about 100-ish years, give or take. Races haven't really changed much here.
Huh.
Well,
Now,
Salem,
Yes?
you and I have been handling the finances for the group. Do you consider this a good investment, given the risk?
Well, in the short term, it'd be a little rough. And I don't know how much we could handle that short-term loss, but in the long term, it'd definitely be a good investment.
I could also see it if we ever
If we're
happen to.
thinking of entering this race, we should see what the prizes are and see if that will help.
Right. Well, if you'll give us some time.
Yes. I heard they're announcing the prizes today. Well,
If you'll give us some time, we'll see what the prizes are, what the other opportunities are for the races, and then I suppose we can come to an agreement, perhaps at the end of the day.
very well. You can have the day to think about it. And, enjoy your business at Magic Fingers.
Well,
Now, before we go, Twinkie wants to ask you a question.
Yes?
Where is the finest weapon shop here? Since Twinkie hasn't been in the city for quite a bit.
Well, I'd say the finest one is here, but, most of my slashy, stabby stock had to get sent over to my brother starting up a new business. In,
Oh.
I believe you helped him, you said you helped him out starting up the,
in Vinay, correct?
yes, Vinay, that's right.
Well, yes,
I
we
had-
did. We did help him.
Well, I believe most of my stock should be arriving there right about now, but, you need a, well, what are you looking for anything in particular? I'm sure I've got something spare lying around.
Twinkie is looking for a big great axe to
Big great
slice
axe.
at the skulls of his enemies.
Why would you want to be giving up the sword, the fire sword, though?
Actually,
This is for later. This is for later.
I see. I suppose.
He has wanted a great axe for a while now. He likes his sword, but great axes.
You know, I can
Great.
understand it. I can understand.
out of
that.
character. Yeah, out of character. It's because dual wielding with non-light weapons.
No. Well, okay, out of character. I'm trying to go for like great weapon fighting.
Okay.
Or great
I was
weapon
wondering if
master.
you were going to go for the crit build or not.
He,
I mean, in a way, it sort of is, but
just one moment. He, steps into the back of the shop. You hear him, scrambling around for a little bit, and then, you hear something very heavy being dragged out. He comes through the back of the shop, and, he's a dwarf, so he's a bit bigger than you. Actually, he stands it up as best he can. And, this thing is like, it's taller than, who's the tallest in the group?
Jennifer? He's like 6'2" or something, right?
I can't remember. I actually put the height in there.
I'm assuming.
He's pretty tall. He's like a 6'1" or something.
Yeah. It's about,
He's wearing armor. He just looks massive.
this axe is like, it's about 6'6" from, tip to, from end to end.
Jesus Christ, that's not an axe. That's a halberd.
It does not have the head of a halberd.
Is it like a big ass two-headed axe?
Yeah, it is a. It looks more decorative than actually functional weapon.
Perfect.
It looks unwieldy.
It looks unwieldy.
Like
Okay, so like Twinkie like looks at the weapon.
basically what Rookie just said in the text chat. It's like a Monster Hunter sized axe.
Jesus Christ.
You mind if Twinkie gets a grasp of the weapon real fast and feel the weight.
Oh, you won't be allowed to take it out of. Oh, wait, I've got it. He hands you the weapon, and he points to a little magical circle on the wall. Just go in there. I know it looks like a wall with a magical circle on it, but magical circles can work kind of like doors. Just step through there, and you'll have a nice wide open space to test it out.
Oh, okay. Twinkie takes the axe and proceeds to go through the magical circle.
You go through the magical circle, and you come out in like a very... It looks like the hyperbolic time chamber. It's just
wide open void.
wide open white nothingness, except for like a wall that you just came out of, that looks like the wall of the tent.
Twinkie thinks he needs to update his aesthetics. Empty.
So, okay, so I guess Twinkie just starts proceed. Does he have like anything to hit the axe with, or anything, or just?
There's like a.
swinging space?
It's just kind of a swinging space. There's not really any training dummies or anything set up.
That's disappointing.
You could go in and ask though.
Twinkie just like pops his head through the circle, only his head, and he's just like,
Hey, do you have a dummy? Twinkie needs to test this thing out.
Sure. He snaps his fingers, and you take your head back out, go into the testing area, I suppose, and there's a couple of dummies around. Let's say there's 3 in sort of a staggered formation.
So, just a question: can two-handed weapons hit multiple enemies at once if they're grouped in a certain meter?
That
they're like in close
not
proximity of
without a
each other?
certain feat, I believe.
Okay.
I think there's a certain feat for that. Though you could also just spin it as a, since you have extra attack already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you could just spin it as like, well, mechanically it'd just be you use 1 extra attack on one, then your extra attack on another, and just spin it like that. Say that it's 1 swing hitting 2 people.
It's like,
I mean, it's not the
like
same, but
I believe the feat is called... Hang on, let me double check. That's definitely not something you can do by default.
I'm the one that can do a second attack also.
Oh yeah, I mean, most martial classes at this level have extra attack. So, it's a 5th level ability for most people. I believe it's... Is it not called Cleave?
That sounds familiar.
I
thought it was called Cleave, but I can't find it.
I thought two-handed weapons just kind of like cleaved.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too.
Kind of like how dual-wielded. If you dual-wield weapons, they.
What barbarian ability are you looking for?
We were looking for a feat.
Oh,
I thought there was a feat called Cleave, but it might not be in
no,
5e.
that's 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
Cleave is the one that lets you Cleave is the one that lets you attack after taking someone down, right? Or attack multiple things.
Attack multiple things is what we're looking for.
If they're
that's not what you're looking for. You can't do that in
5e.
in 5e, as far as I know.
So no sweep attacks.
Well,
then.
we can. Well,
But I mean, like, if you wanna,
we can make a homebrew feat for
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say, if you want a homebrew, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we can just. The next time that you would have an ability score increase, you can just take that as a feat instead.
So there is
asking.
Great Weapon Master. When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
But
Like that's if you take something down, you can do another attack.
You take like a negative 5 AC on the next attack you.
So, no, that's the second half of Great Weapon Master. Before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon, you can choose to take a -5, and you'll get +10 damage if you do. It's just for attacks, like it's just extra damage.
Ah, okay.
I'm looking through this. There's also Savage Attacker, which... Oh, wait a second, let me see.
As we're doing this, can we...
Yeah, whatever.
We'll
We'll
probably worry
figure it
about
out.
this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
If
later.
it doesn't exist, we can always homebrew it, but I can tell you that if there's
Because I was just... I mean, I don't even know if Twinky's gonna get this great axe, so...
Yeah.
There's at least one.
So, you start swinging the axe around, just giving it a test. If you want to, you could make a few quote-unquote test attack rolls. It'd be the same modifier as the flame sword, so we can just you can just roll that for now.
Okay.
13. You can make I'd say just 3 total rolls. It's probably good
Okay.
to get a feel for the weapon. The first swing, you feel a little wobbly with it, but you got a good feel for the weight, even just from one swing. Your next one feels a lot better. As big and unwieldy as this weapon seems like it should be, you've got a pretty good handle on it.
Also helps that Twinkie is super strong.
You make a third swing. Not quite as good as your second one. Felt maybe you're just in a bit of an awkward position. But, yeah, it feels surprisingly good. You're not really, you can't really tell what magic is on this. But it feels pretty good. It's,
Can Twinkie
I
do
yelled
one
to
more-
Twinkie,
one
do
more
a
attack
front
roll?"
flip!
Yeah. I wanted Twinkie to... So, I want Twinkie to do, and I guess, a jump, a freaking jump roll with the axe and try to chop the dummy in half.
give me an athletics check, with disadvantage.
Oh dear God.
12.
12.
12, you kind of you get into position and you push yourself off the ground. You manage to do one spin in the air and you bring the axe down and you just kind of missed. You just kind of, it fell right in front of the dummy instead of going straight through it.
Still impressive.
Yeah, what's the power on that? Is there a little shockwave on the ground?
You can tell for a brief moment that, it seemed like the floor compressed and then bounced back. Or if it, the ground seemed pretty hard, but you seemed like you dented it or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap anyway, woo!
Wait, can they see that?
No,
Aren't we watching?
Wait,
I mean,
are
if you wanted to watch, you can.
I figured we
that
were.
That is an option.
Twinkie just is like, thank God no one saw that, and then he just looks behind him. He's like,
Something Bardic
"Ah,
Inspiration.
shit."
I'm gonna fire a Bardic Inspiration.
Now
at
I'm
him.
just imagining as that happened, you just hear that da-da as the dummy just starts frowning.
Can I do a Bardic Inspiration retcon?
Sure, you can do a Bardic Inspiration retcon.
Roll a D8.
Isn't it D4?
Not anymore. It's not. Actually, it
Oh.
was never D4. D6, and then it upgrades to
it's
D8
D6.
at level 5.
All right, go ahead and roll your D8. I'm gonna say that this is a DC of 20, so you'd have to get an 8
An 8.
on this Bardic Inspiration for it to work. So Nova, roll /R 1d8. Oh,
Not Reddit.
Ah, yes, the subreddit. Wait,
Yes.
yes, my
Slash
favorite
R1D8. Oh,
subreddit.
whoops. 1d8. Okay, space.
Yeah.
What the fucking god?
4D.
Roll 1d. Okay.
17.
All right. You don't succeed at it, but they could tell what you were trying to do, and it looked pretty cool, even if it didn't quite work. You got a couple extra spins in the air before you landed.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap anyway, cause fuck yeah.
Twinkie just like, Twinkie just like, his face goes red, and he's holding his head in shame, and he's like, God damn it. When did you guys even get there? I thought I had some privacy.
You kidding me? You just did a triple front flip in the air with an axe that size.
Twinkie missed.
That's amazing.
The dummy seems a little angry, though.
And it's literally just nothing's changed about the.
We may not
It's
want to bother it anymore.
So Twinkie just proceeds to step out of the the little magic circle hyperbolic time chamber, and he goes up to the merchant, and he's just like,
So, how much would this great axe cost?
That thing right there. Oh boy. You're not gonna like this price. 3,000 gold.
I'm gonna inspect it. Do you mind if I discreetly cast Identify on it? Since I just picked up a pearl.
Go ahead and roll me. You can
Sleight of
roll
hand.
Arcana or Stealth to see if you can get this past the shopkeeper. All right. While he's distracted with the great axe, you cast, or while the shopkeeper's distracted dealing with Twinkie, you cast Identify, and hoo boy.
Tell
there
me
is-
it privately. Tell me it privately.
Sure. I will tell you it privately.
Alright, so we got some kill time. Okay,
I'll be right back.
Well, excuse me. I know you're kind of busy here, and I hate to do this, but while you're here, do you think you can direct me in the direction of the Magic Fingers shop?
Fruity, we're supposed to be killing time between us, not with Archer.
Oh, sorry.
If you have like a handout for it or whatever, or if it's in the compendium.
It's not. It's a homebrew thing that I literally just came
Homebrew.
up with. So,
Sexy.
Miss Salem,
so I'm
is there
just writing this out right now.
Alright, back.
Miss Salem, is there something you're particularly looking for?
Well, I kind of figured that even though I do have the gloves and the armor that comes with it, I probably should get some clothes that I could use to maybe something protective. I know us squishy wizards can't really use armor; it kind of weighs us down.
Right.
Maybe some enchanted clothing.
It might also be helpful for me to get the same. My armor is, he knocks on the chest piece that he's got. There's not much to it other than the torso, unfortunately.
You know, it would be useful if you did get something a little bit more than just that. I mean, after all, now that we've got to be concerned with more things, he intentionally is not mentioning why in public.
Well, as our adventure goes on, I'm sure that we'll face many challenges. We want to try and be as safe as we possibly can.
Of course.
And I believe that perhaps it may be that Ruki might find that it useful as well. So, in his interest. Not all of us are as agile or as agile as Brock or as strong as Twinkie, so.
Of course. I wonder.
Or
Yeah, I
as and I
suppose
knock on your armor as well protected as you.
Or have the sort of, I don't know, divine intervention connections, I guess?
I suppose that's unfortunate as well. But praise be to Ben.
Did a 17 for my religion check in case Ben wants
There.
to...
Hey, Jenipro.
Holy four sticks.
So, since our last little scuffle, have you decided to get any stronger? and strength-wise? Have you been working on your muscles?
Well, I've been trying to train up more on just finding more opportunities of, well, I guess attack and such.
I see. Well, how about you pick up this great axe and see how it feels?
This is beautiful.
Sure, I suppose. Is this something I can
It's ornate.
lift up?
Just lift with your strength.
How old is this thing? Like, is there any history that I can see on, or an insignia or something? Just a quick history check.
You can make a quick history check, yeah?
Yeah.
Sir, can I take this for a spin?
Magnificent. This is
You want to
This
try
is
the battle
alien.
axe as well?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
take a
And he
look.
hands it to you.
I hand the handle over to Junipero, and I'm like,
I'm assuming you're handing the handle. All you're doing simply is just having it lean
I
towards
flip
me.
it handle. Yeah, I flip it handle side over to
No,
you.
no. I mean, I'm assuming you're just like the head is in the ground, and you're just kind of just like leaning over towards me because I don't know. I can't imagine Timothy lifting this thing up.
Oh no, it's easy for me to lift.
Oh. Oh, okay. You got that breathing technique.
Well, also I have a 13
No.
strength, which is the minimum required to be a fighter anyway. So
Okay. All right. Well, sure. Yeah. Let me give it a shot. Give this a shot, I guess. And he just kind of walks through the magic circle.
All right. You walk through the magic circle. So this will be. Let me double check if you've got a.
I don't think I have something that would be.
Because it'd be strength plus proficiency. So it'd just be a +5. Since you're not attuned to this axe in any way.
So strength +5, you said?
Total +5. It's total of 1d20 +5. Your strength, because you've got 2 strength and you've got 3 proficiency, so that's 5.
Crit, 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 crit.
Oh, dang it! Nova saying crit was just like distracting me from remembering what Archer said. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. So okay, it's RD, or rather, like I'm rolling a 1d.
1d20 +5 is your total modifier.
There we go. Okay. So I guess I just roll 3 times then.
Yep.
Let's see if I remember how to do this thing properly. I have to do 2 separate things then. Or 2 separate.
Oof! Alright. So, you take your first swing. It throws you off balance a bit. But, you think you got a good handle on it. Take a second swing. Feels pretty good. You take a third swing. And,
I assume I'm thrown
your
off
grip
balance.
comes a little loose, and the battle axe kind of flies out of your hand and scatters across the ground. It's not
Yeah.
damaged or anything, but that was real embarrassing.
like Timothy looks nervous for a moment as it flies through the air, and then as it lands unharmed, I'm just like,
Twinkie he's
I just realized I got distracted by that number. I had wanted to say something else with that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was wanting to do this as well. Is it possible for me to do that with each swing?
so just make another 3 attack rolls.
were-
Just ding, ding, ding.
These were just test swings, like getting a feel for the weapon. So
Okay.
it's not actual combat. It's just like,
I mean,
how do you feel about this weapon?
well, hey. I would say that making sure that I have enough balance to do the secondary swings and stuff like that, like, is very important. for swinging tests and such.
I mean, if you want to you can make a 4th attack roll, but that crit fail though.
Oh.
Critical success for the next roll.
I just gotta do it for the
One more.
Just one more. Just one more.
Do it for the vine.
Wow, at least
I
it
don't know
didn't
why I said that.
do it for the vine.
You pick it up. You try and do one more swing, and you don't quite fall over, but you're like, it's not as heavy as you thought it would be, but like, you're just not used to a weapon of this size that you're swinging.
Yeah, these type of weapons are just not my thing. I don't like the ones that are like super top heavy. I'm much more at home with just something a little bit more equally balanced.
This is
Twinkie just like he walks over to Jennifer, and since he's too short, he puts his hand on his knee. He's just like, there. You'll always be a shield boy, Jennifer. It's okay.
If there was more of a quarterstaff, maybe I could have done something with that, but whatever.
Oh, and then Twinkie looks over towards Timothy, and he's like, and then he whispers to Timothy. So Timothy just told Twinkie.
Yeah, I just whispered something private to you, so I just wanted to make sure you had gotten it.
Yeah. So Timothy said that this axe is incredible, and that we should negotiate a price for it. And then he's like, let's see where we can get once we can make the sponsorship deal. If you're all right, then Twinkie's just like, oh. He's hesitant about going back into racing, but he's like, he's reminded of the feeding staff and that great axe, that sweet great axe, and he's just like, ugh.
Why don't we see what the prizes for the races are, Twinkie?
Is this being whispered between Twinkie and?
Yeah,
okay.
it's one of those perhaps maybe it's not quite worth the.
Twinkie just starts to almost get teary-eyed. He's just like, Twinkie doesn't want the prize to be surviving again.
I understand, and I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Remember, and there's just that that weird flow of magic that happens when Timothy does his healing magic on people.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of gives a little bit of that to Twinkie. He's like, remember,
Emotional
you're not
healing.
alone. It's like you're not alone this time, and I'll make sure that you're not alone coming out of it either.
Twinkie looks up towards Timothy, and he doesn't say anything, but you can see a glimmer in his eye. And then he walks out of the magic circle and back into the shop.
All right. We should do some more shopping, everyone.
Yes, let's go to the other store.
We'll be back this evening once we figure out what the prize for the races are.
All right. I'll see you this evening then.
I wonder how Rookie is doing.
He takes the axe back and returns it to the back, and before you go, he just puts a hand on Twinkie's shoulder. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't normally even think of selling that weapon, but you seem like good folk. And then he goes back to the counter.
Okay, so since Twinkie doesn't have that much intelligence, can he roll insight to see if he's if he actually meant what he said, or if he just,
sure.
If it takes it in a completely different direction.
Oh God.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. Good.
He was being pretty straightforward. He meant what he said. He you can tell he has some sentimental attachment to that weapon, though.
There's a certain twinkle in his eye.
Yeah.
It's one of those things the magical equipment retailer might very well actually have our backs on this one. Also, I'm starting to think these guys is the fucking Walmart of magical weapons in this setting.
Dude, I didn't know what Archer was gonna come up with. I thought he was gonna like do like a teleported shop, like it teleports across the room. Like
No,
I don't
it's-
know, like it builds up like some Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's a Nurse Joy.
There's Joy, yeah.
Oh my god. Well, oh my, I just realized where we could very easily take this campaign is just, we just gather a bunch of shops and just start making like Walmart complexes with
Listen,
fucking
listen,
Burger Kings.
listen.
This is how we defeat
Wars-
Ilmas! This is how we defeat Ilmas! Through
Battles
merchantry!
are,
For
listen,
good
battles
business?
are won. Battles are won with battles are won with full hands full of weapons. But wars are won with hands full of food.
Okay, well let's not turn this into Spice and Wolf, and let's
Or Maoyu.
Value.
or that.
Oh god.
We will defeat Yieldbas through the power of capitalism.
There's also no economics skill proficiency.
So are we just done with the shop? Everybody
for
got
now,
what they
yeah.
wanted, or-
But
Well,
we're gonna
I mean,
go to,
we
we're gonna
didn't
go to
see
Magic
there's any
Fingers.
catalysts there for me to be interested in, but
And
Yeah,
yeah, I
sure,
want
nice.
to actually. Dragon in the chat brings up something that I had been wanting to bring up, and that's that I wanted to remind everyone of our current goals, which are
treasures.
ask around Kuvasqua about the ancient brass dragon, and find leads on dark materials and the magical weapons.
Listen, we like to go to shiny shops and such sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
As
we
you-
like to shoot the shit and gear up as well.
Okay, before we continue, how long were we in the shop?
About
Oh,
an
wow.
hour.
2 hours?
No, about an hour of real time.
Real in-game time? Because it
You
feels
walk out of the shop, and as you do, there seems to be a person standing on a pedestal in the middle. The time has come! We are ready to announce the prizes for the races!
Oh, that's convenient.
like, oh boy.
And with that, I think it's about time that we had our break.
We didn't even do anything!
So, just before break, they were about to announce the prizes. And now that we return from break, we will be announcing the prizes for the races. All of our top 3 winners will get an audience. Not just an audience, a fancy dinner with the royal family. All 3 of them. All 3 of the winners. I think there's more than 3 royal family members. I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a long time. They don't return my calls.
Twinkie yells out,
Ah,
Who's the royal family?
the people that run Kuvna Core!
but who runs Coup de Corps?
The royal family!
But who is the royal family?
Mr. Twinkie.
He lets out a hearty chuckle at that. Anyways, the second place prize will be a prime spot of land in this city.
What's the third?
The third place prize only gets the they only get the audience with, or the fancy dinner with the royal family. They don't get anything else. And first place will get to know the location of Kuvna Kor's legendary guardian weapon and a chance to test if they are worthy
Oh.
to wield it.
Oh.
Huh.
This seems like,
The Friendship Cup begins in. He checks his notes. He clearly did not spend enough time memorizing his script. 2 days from now. So not tomorrow, but the day after.
What's your name?
Bart.
Twinkie will remember that.
Okay, Twinkie. Thank you for being a very participation-friendly audience member.
How many people are in, like, how many people
Are there any
actually listening to
monetary
this guy?
prizes?
Monetary prize? I mean, sort of. You have a sponsor. They might give you money. It's not usually what these are about, though.
What are
Police
they about?
clear.
Can you sponsor Twinkie?
Friendship! He screams
What?
at the top of his lung.
God damn it.
Oh God. Sorry. What was the
Hard
prize?
guy, Useless.
We can say it.
All of the top 3 racers get to have dinner with the royal family. Second place prize is a prime spot of land, and first place prize is a chance to test or to see if you're worthy of Kuvra legendary guardian weapon.
Ooh, okay. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, do we pull away from this, or do we like stand around the crowd? Because we probably need to be talking a little bit.
Group huddle. We need to go
Yeah, group
find
huddle.
Rookie.
Yeah,
As-
that's kind of bored.
As you're mentioning this, he points over to the sign-up place, and as he points over to it, you see Rookie walking away from the sign-up. It looks like Rookie just signed up for the races.
What? I'm gonna run over.
Twinkie fucking.
Rookie!
We
Rookie!
Will I be able to hear them over the crowd?
It's a pretty big crowd, but probably.
Rookie!
Can
Okay, so... Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to turn towards the source.
Okay. You managed to catch Rookie's attention. Rookie, you can see Timothy, like, shouting and waving towards you.
Yes.
Hey! Hey, sorry, I thought you were staying in the hotel all day. Listen, we wanted to know if we actually were just hearing about the prizes for the races. We wanted to discuss with you whether or not it would be a good idea for us to sign up.
I mean, you heard about the prizes, so...
Yeah. There's a chance that the Guardian weapon might be one of the legendary ones.
This is true.
Oh wait, I thought Timothy was kind of ran ahead.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I think I'm kind of like walking back towards everybody with Rookie still, though.
Oh, okay. Well, you should mention that.
Did you just sign yourself up?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna race alone, are you?
Well...
It is solo races. Like, it's not a team.
Oh, I
race.
thought it was a team race. Sorry. Well, all right, then.
I'm taking a wild guess that we.
Are we like over there where they are?
Yeah, I'd say you're all grouped back up together now.
I think
They were really excited when I told them I was a warlock.
right. I admit I haven't asked you much about the pact that you've made.
No, the back?
Yeah, I was quite remiss in doing so. I always figured such a thing was deeply personal to you.
Oh, it's not really that personal. Why?
No, just I was curious about your pact is all. I mean, warlocks, they take their thaumaturgical power from another source, and, well, I guess I was wondering, it suddenly had me curious about what empowered yours. I just... what you were bound to.
I'm currently bound to... I gesture towards the sword base which is on my back. This thing.
Ah, it's a pact with your weapon, then.
Yes.
Well, that might be very... he laughs like a bit of a relief there, and he's like, that might end up becoming very helpful in a race, then.
Well,
I suppose that's the hope, right?
I'm confused on what you mean by that.
Well, I've heard that these races are pretty dangerous. You'll need a way to defend yourself, right?
I don't think it's that sort of race.
Let's at least go. Well,
You're gonna need that weapon to fend off the griffins.
I'm gonna
Just
go-
letting you know now.
I'm gonna go up to the sign-up place and
Griffin?
just. I'm gonna go to the sign-up place and just ask some questions.
Listen,
Rookie, what I'm assuming you already heard about the prizes, right?
Yes. Why?
And you just signed up without talking with us first, right?
Well, it is a solo endeavor, Twinkie. I don't think that we can control everything that he does.
Well, I mean, if we win both first, second, and third place, that would mean that we get all the stuff.
There is another reason why I want to sign up, but I don't think I should share it.
Well, like I said, if it's something personal to you, then it would perhaps be best for us not to pry, but you know that you can confide in all of us. We trust you, Rookie.
Sure.
But don't worry about it. Everybody has their own secrets. I certainly had mine.
So I guess we're just all gonna go sign up now.
I mean, that's just, you need to start like instead of assuming things, just say it or something like that. Like I said I went up to I split myself off from the group.
Sign up.
Well, I guess you should probably all sign up then. And Salem just kind of skips forward. We can do the sponsorship deal afterwards, right?
Yes. Twinkie, remember my promise. You're not alone, and I swear that you won't come out of this alone either.
Twinkie hopes he doesn't.
Oh yeah, is anyone afraid of blood, by the way?
What?
A bit squeamish, but I've seen plenty of your blood, all of your blood on this journey.
And then, like, Salem, who's kind of halfway between Junipero, the secretary, and the rest of the group goes, well, I hope you're not, because the lady's asking for blood before you sign up.
Oh boy.
Say, Rookie, what do you happen to know, aside from what Twinkie said, what the nature of this particular race is?
I have no clue. All I just said was to the crowd that I'm a warlock, and they sort of carried me to the sign-up place.
Yeah, Oh, Rookie, it's worth noting, they did not ask for your blood when you signed up.
But what kind of mount is this then?
Oh, well, you see, we do use special mounts that are specifically bred for these races.
Okay, so it's not something I could simply.
They're
like...
very fancy horses, you could say.
I see. So I can't simply just
Higher horsepower than your average horse.
So I can't
like-
simply just use my
Horses!
own,
And Salem immediately, like, runs over and just volunteers some of her blood.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And your name, please?
Salem.
Salem.
Or if you want my legal name, it's...
She's
Oh.
horrible.
She speaks. You have a quick conversation about legal names in Draconic, and she writes down your legal name, and thank you for your blood.
It just look like horrifying scribble on the side of a sheet.
There's like so many
Eldritch writing.
dots and
I would imagine
signs over all the letters, and it's just.
I would
I mean,
imagine
it looks like.
I would imagine it would look like the type of like sort of scratches you would see from dragon claws.
Yes, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like French written in dragon claws with a bunch of accents and dots above a ton of letters,
And like
even in
lots and
places
stuff.
where like actual French would not have accents or dots.
Well,
So so then I guess I can't simply just I see I have my own I have I have a creature that I can actually call upon on my own, but I guess that something like that wouldn't really qualify.
Oh yes, that wouldn't fly in these races. You have to use the granted mounts, just for fairness sake.
Okay. All right.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
fly,
Yes.
huh?
You know what? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense since someone could very easily be mixed up with some kind of like I don't know.
Before we did this, there was one person tried to bring in their own horse, and it exploded,
Oh.
and only a small little baby survived that explosion.
Oh. Was
It
it?
was quite the traumatic endeavor.
Oh, was the horse just something? Well.
It was illegally modified.
Oh.
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 I'm sorry, I'm now imagining a horse that just has a jet coming out of its back.
I'm so sorry about. Well, I know it's probably been a long while, but.
It's been about 25 years, I believe. Oh, it was a horrible event. Since that happened, we made it so that you can only take in our certified race cars. I mean, horses.
Okay, so there's no problems with like I guess so that means we don't have to worry about any kind of weird interferences from
That's right.
other mounts like someone coming with a griffin of a very special.
Yes,
Okay,
that's right. Though you might have, I mean, we still let people take in their own equipment. So
of course.
somebody might try and fly around on a magic broomstick above their mount, but it's the mount that counts for the victory. So
I see. Oh, I see.
yes. So if
That's
somebody
very
were
smart.
to just fly around their mount with a magic carpet, well, that's technically not illegal. The mount does have to cross the finish line to win.
So that means that if, say, your mount gets injured, you have to make sure you can get it to the end.
That's right.
I see.
You can't just run all the way on foot. That'd be cheating.
I see. So, are we granted potential? Well, how long are these races?
Oh, that depends on the race.
Well,
The Friendship Cup,
Yeah, the Friendship
that's
Cup.
happening in 2 days.
Mhm.
Well, that should be... Oh, it shouldn't be too long. It's about Oh, let's see. Comparatively, it should be pretty short. It'll be about, That's about an hour's race.
Oh, that's quite a. That's
We
short.
have very fast horses.
Aha. You don't say. So I guess if there's a injury with the mounts, then is there no way to, I guess, catch up?
Well, we have pit stops. I mean, cleric stops along the way that'll heal up your mount, but well, it's all based on how well you can work with your horse, and some people can get more out of their horses than others, especially warlocks and bards.
I see. Well then, yeah. You know what? I'd like to get signed up here.
All right, I'll just take a drop of your blood and your legal name.
Yeah, it's Junipero Wingar. I'm just take off my.
All right, thank you.
gauntlet here.
And you as well. Oh, are you a bard?
Actually, there's somebody in line before me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. That is totally my fault. I apologize, friend. I'll take your, Are you here to sign up?
Yes, Twinkie is.
All right. Twinkie, and please put a drop of your blood in this vial.
Twinkie, he cuts his thumb to draw some blood, but as soon as he cuts, the blood just starts spewing out everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh, don't.
Oh!
She catches the blood in the vial and is like, oh, well, that's more blood than we need. And, like, her entire forearm is just covered in blood. And she's like,
No.
oh, don't worry about it. That's not the first time this has happened today. She picks up a magical towel and just cleans her arm.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Do you need this? She offers you the towel. It's self-cleaning, magically powered. I got it from Magic Fingers.
Ah, yes. Twinkie will take that. Twinkie proceeds to accept the towel and then immediately throw it in his mouth. Starts chewing on it.
That's not how you're supposed to use that. She
This
gently
is-
tries
this
to
is
pull
really
it
tasty.
out. She
What's
gently
this made
tries
out
to
of?
pull it out of your mouth.
Twinkie just like grabs the towel.
He needs it back. So he.
Please give it back.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Twinkie's done. He proceeds to spit it out of his mouth.
All right, she picks
It's
it
like
up.
covered in just
He
gross
just
amounts of
shakes it a
saliva.
little bit, and then it's good as new. Ah, perfect. Thank you. But yes, and you're up next, Mr.
Hadfield. Timothy Hadfield.
Timothy Hadfield. Oh, I feel like I remember somebody mentioning that name to me a few days ago.
Right. Well, I am a performer of sorts.
Ah, of course. And here's the vial for your blood.
Right. He pulls a small dagger from his side and just kind of cuts a little bit of his blood into it, and then just rubs out the little cut until it stops bleeding.
All right, thank you. And
So these races now.
yes,
The mounts they're just horses, or?
they're very special horses.
Yes, I'm wondering what makes them
yes.
special. I figured I'd ask a little bit more politely, but now I'm asking you directly.
Well, for one, they're not exactly horses. They're the secretary person leans over the table and kind of whispers in your ear. They're unicorns, and they also they have very unique legs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very unique legs.
That's exciting. All right then. What makes
Yes.
them unique? Well, unicorns are quite magical creatures. How do you? breed
Indeed,
them?
that's why we chose them.
fascinating.
And they're also very friendshiply inclined. Only the purest of heart can win these races.
So I guess is she talking loud enough for at least
Yeah.
the rest of our characters?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I'm
that
screwed.
last part.
Yeah.
He
was,
laughs. He laughs it off and says, "Well, I'm screwed."
Wait, what?
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's really more of a tagline than the truth.
Are they,
Well,
I'm secretly expecting these unicorns to be assholes like the ones from Gravity Falls.
are they?
yeah.
Well, are they easy to handle? Well, I guess
well,
is that what the blood's needed for then?
the blood is to just it's like the first step, but
Well, they're not-
unfamiliar people usually need a little bit of time to get the hang of it.
Well, they're not going to be forced to obey their rider, are they? I mean, this blood isn't part of some kind of ritual that binds them.
Oh
is
no, it
That's-
doesn't. It isn't forced. We've had racers in the past that just, even with the blood, they got kicked off right at the start.
Oh,
Before,
that's- Well, as long as you're not doing anything unethical to them. That's
Oh
the-
no, of course not. We pick unicorns solely because they will only accept. Well, I mean, they don't only accept ethical riders, but it is much more ethical than how we would treat regular horses.
Are these?
Well, that's comforting.
I guess these creatures are also very competitive by nature.
Oh, very. But only if they have somebody that they approve of on their back.
I see. Well,
If they don't approve of their rider, you're not gonna have a good time.
are there any? Well, okay. Are there any other rules for us to be concerned with, or any other?
Well, violence is allowed on the track,
Mm-hmm.
but
Ugh.
they don't usually end up. It doesn't usually end in death. We've got safety measures for that.
Okay. Are there
Right.
safety measures for keeping the audience safe?
Oh yeah, the audience has never had a casualty once.
Okay.
We've
So-
got a whole magical barrier between them and the races.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about any kind of magic missile just, hitting.
Correct.
Okay.
It'll be stopped by our magical barrier. We created it with a 9th level spell, so, it's good.
Right, well... I'm convinced. More or less.
Well, that's all the rules there are to this thing.
Yeah, and just be careful of the tracks. They change the obstacles on the tracks every year. Well, every race, really.
Okay.
Some years are rougher than others, but
I see.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I suppose that keeps
Squids.
things fresh and unique.
Yeah. Yeah, it's never the same race two races in a row.
All right,
Well,
so
that's good.
I guess so. Basically,
Very
just gotta make sure we keep an eye out on things, and we can have a nice clean race then, right?
Of course. Of course.
Oh, as clean as a place that allows for combat on these creatures.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
My character starts just kind of walking away from the
yeah.
thing after.
We'll be on our way then. Thank you very much for the information, and
Yeah.
I hope the race
Goodbye.
is exciting.
Oh, I'm sure
Goodbye.
it will be. It always is.
Yeah, we wave them off, and we're gonna go rejoin the rest of the group. So,
yeah.
magic fingers then.
The rest of the group was there, actually. Oh.
I thought that Ruki and Salem were already done.
I thought everybody.
Yeah, we were
Everyone
Everybody
kind
signed
of
up.
waiting around.
So,
Right.
yeah, you're off now to Magic Fingers, and
So we were going to do some shopping. We heard about a magical tailor, actually, Magic Fingers, and I think it might be
yes.
there might be some pretty helpful things for you there, Ruki.
No.
I know
Actually,
that spellcasters can't wear a lot of armor.
Yeah, I straight up forget. Is Ruki wearing armor?
Rookie's
I
wearing
am.
armor.
I
What are
actually
you-
would look like more of a fighter than a actual block.
Yeah, but what are you wearing for armor?
I am wearing a half plate of smoldering.
Oh shit, half plate.
Half plate of smoldering.
Oh wow, I completely forgot about that armor.
Well, I mean, it'd
Yep.
be useful for you and me, Timothy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've still got this, and he just knocks at the chest on his or the breastplate on his chest. It actually does give me some pretty good AC. I think it's like +6 or something, but it caps my dex bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, actually, Kirby, you're not wrong. Warlocks are built to be pretty tanky. Like of the caster classes, the
Yeah.
only caster that's tankier than them is clerics.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh well, okay, sorry.
So I guess we're
Yes.
making our way to.
Go in, yes.
So we're going
Yeah,
higher up
Going
on
to
the.
Magic Fingers,
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to Magic Fingers.
and
Smash cut.
there is. You go in there, and oh boy, it is covered in head to toe in really fancy clothing. Like you have not seen it.
So what's how does the
Yes.
actually how does the outside feel?
Oh, the outside.
Yes.
It looks extremely fancy. Like it's almost garish to look at.
Oh.
It's almost too fancy.
And also, how about compared to the just local, or like it's just its surroundings? How
It is the
compares?
fanciest building that you've seen yet.
Okay.
The only thing fancier would be the castle itself. Like, even the mansions in this city are not quite on this level of just gaudiness.
I can't imagine what must be going through their minds when they created this place. I guess they really want to let their presence be known.
It's beautiful. Look at all the pink and purple and blue and green and yellow and colors and
Yes, these are colors that belong to the rest of the world.
Yeah, you go inside and it is like... It seems even bigger inside than it is on the outside. It's just... absurd.
I guess,
There, and it's like so well organized and well kept, and you can see it's arranged in by both colors and enchantments, and you just even it's the fanciest shop you've ever been inside of.
So I guess would you like kind of step up? Well, my character just steps up to the counter. Hello there.
Salem is like running behind, bobbing on her feet.
Yes, hello. But you can tell immediately on talking to him. You don't even have to roll insight that his accent is fake.
Hey, why are you talking with that fake accent?
My accent is not fake.
You sound like a nerd.
Mr. Twinkie, we're here for reasons here. Let's not get distracted.
Sound like a nerd.
Sir, hi. I'm just wondering what do you got here that's special? What do you got here that's your specialties?
Oh, everything is my specialty, but if you need something, is there something in particular you're looking for? You don't quite look like the type that my shop is meant for.
Oh no. It's the others here. I'm just wanting to see if there might be something I'd like to pick out. Maybe some off day. But the others.
Well, I'm looking for something that might help a sorcerer.
Oh yes, we've got plenty of things for sorcerers. Would you happen to be of a particular bloodline? Or are you one of those more wild sorts, or perhaps a divinely chosen one?
My great 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 granddad. My daddy is a dragon. Blast, actually.
Ah, yes. Oh, how fitting. Oh, well, I suppose I can give you a discount then, miss. I have a lovely thing just down this way, and he takes Salem's forearm and just shows her to a specific
Her eyes
aisle.
have been permanently sparkling this entire time she's been here, by the way. It's actually painful to look at.
It's the specific aisle. All the clothes down it have like these slightly metallic sheens to them, and they're all like prep. You're not the first draconic sorcerer in these lands, of course. But you were not expecting somebody to be this prepared for one. He shows you down the aisle, and they're all like, all the robes down here. They look beautiful. Some of them are more like dresses than robes. And they all have like, some of them are full backless, some of them just have little slits for wings. It is just, there's all sorts of styles. If you prefer something with less sheen to it, I can show you to some similar items just down the next aisle that are made with more ordinary fabric.
No, these are great! And she's just like she looks like she is ready to explode with how giddy she is. She's just clapping her hands and just, her eyes are so sparkly. They look like some of the Ven orbs in some of the VR chat worlds when the shader just messes up, and it's painful. It's just like a painful shine.
All right. Well, is there anything in particular, any particular effects, or would you just like my own personal recommendations?
Well, what should you recommend?
Well, of course, I must recommend my finest pieces. He at the furthest from the end furthest from the entrance, closest to the counter. He has this white, it's bright white robe with brass trimming, and he just has to like wave his hand, and he can change the color of the white part to whatever suits your fancy. We have this robe of color changing with metallic fibers sewn into the fabric, so it essentially functions as armor without actually being armor. It is also wonderfully enchanted with the finest of enchantments. It gives you advantage. It protects you from other spells, as well as just giving you that extra focus that you need for your own spells.
So that seems pretty good, but and she like her eyes stop like she shakes her head, slaps her cheek to kind of like get the ooh shiny out of her system. This does look very good, but I really want this. But what is the price?
10,000 gold pieces.
So that would be 10 platinum.
No, 100 platinum.
100. Oh, right, 100. Oh, that's a bit out of my range. And she just.
You see a brief moment of disgust on his face. Well, I suppose I can show you something lower in quality. Though, I assure you, everything here is just the finest. Down here we have, and he shows you, more in like the middle of this aisle. It's, this one isn't quite as, bright. It is, nor is it near as fancy, or it doesn't exude royalty, but it is, it's a nice blend between practical and aesthetic, and it still has the for the wings. This is a more simple robe of cold and fire resistance. It'll be, and it still has my lovely. He waves his hand. It changes color, but it still has a nice metallic sheen to it. It's not quite as it does not have the same fibers sewn into it. This is simply very fancy fabric. But
And
it
what's
will
the
give
price
you
on this one?
5,000 gold pieces.
Oof. Everything at the shop is very expensive, isn't it?
Well, yes, this is the, at least as far as dresses go. If you would like a more simple glove, that'd be... A pair of gloves might be more in your price range.
And
What
she
is-
kind of like looks at her hands, which are covered in the armor.
What?
Then I
what-
can't do gloves. Do you have shoes?
Ah, yes, we also have shoes, though, that's not quite my specialty. I have them imported from elsewhere. I'm a tailor, after all, not a,
That is true.
whatever they call themselves.
Wait,
No, but you were gonna say something?
wait. Did you just say you're a tailor?
Yes, I'm a tailor.
Can you make Twinkie something that, like a cloak or something? Not armor.
Oh, well, we have, He also takes you by the hand in the same way he took Salem by the hand.
What the hell?
And, shows you, it's a bit further away from the counter, but there is a whole aisle of, halfling, gnome, and dwarf-sized clothing. Well, an aisle for each, really. Well, down here we should have some lovely pieces for you. Tell me,
Well,
what is your price? What is your price range?
Twinkie is
Are
a
you-
menace. Twinkie is a gnome of class, so he'll be taking the cheapest item you have available.
Oh, well, I suppose I can show you down here. There's this. Here we have
Just the bottom shelf of the magic shop.
he he has to like give me a moment. He has to like lean down, and he like undoes some latches and then lifts up like a dusty cabinet from the
Hey,
ground.
you mind letting go of Twinkie's hand? This feels pretty awkward. Not gonna lie.
Oh yes, of course. My bad.
Thank
he lets
you.
go and focuses on the.
He starts rubbing off his hand. And he just feels dirty because of this rich sobs.
Here we have some of my earlier pieces. I could part with them for a mere 1,000 gold. Let's see. This one, he pulls one down. This one, as long as you have the hood up, it lets you see in the dark.
But Twinkie can already see in the dark.
Oh, that's a shame. I suppose there is.
Do you? No, Twinkie has a question. Is there
Yes.
something you've been meaning to get rid of for any sort of reason, and you don't want to ask too much about the price? You just want to give it away.
Not anymore, particularly, no. I'm a very successful business. I have plenty of people. If I ever have something like that, I donate it to the poor people.
Isn't it? Well, maybe you have something that you can't donate to. You can't find anyone to pass it off on because I don't know, something about it maybe.
Well, no, I only sell the finest of materials. Anybody would be able to find something to buy here. Even the evilest of archmages sometimes shop here. Indeed, one time I sold somebody a cloak capable of, well, exploding, and they bought it just fine.
Exploding?
Yes,
Wouldn't
a cloak
that-
of
wouldn't
exploding.
that kill them?
Oh, well, they're not caught in the explosion. The cloak protects them from it.
Was
Everyone
it like,
around them is who has to worry.
Was it like a red cloak?
Actually,
Yes?
sir, would it be possible for me to have you modify something I already have on hand?
Oh, of course, I
Make
can
it
do
more
that
adventurous worthy. And
Yes, I could make...
I forgot that I had this. So she pulls out from the bag of holding that she's carrying the ballroom clothes she got from that one place they raided, the clothes of
Okay.
mending. And she goes, would it be possible to have this tailored to be a little bit more adventurer friendly?
Oh, yes, of course. I can do that for, Are there any additional enchantments you'd like on this, or simply my own, or simply mundane tailoring?
How much would the enchantment cost?
Oh, for something like this, I could re-enchant it and, retailor it for... Well, it depends on the enchantment you'd like, but, minimum 1,000 gold total for a simple enchantment edition.
And just for the retailoring?
That would be... I can probably do 200 gold without, harming the current enchantment on this.
Then I might have use for it in its current form if we do end up winning the race. After the race, may I come back here and get it re-enchanted for 200 gold? Retailored?
Of course.
Of course. Thank you. We might do that.
All right. He
Let's
hands you
see.
back the clothes.
Remind me again what those did, Fruity?
They're just really fancy ballroom clothes that we got from that one place, and they're just clothes of men.
Right. Yeah.
I just figured,
But they don't, like, fit you right now, right?
they fit, but they're ballroom clothes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you would rather they just be normal clothes?
I figured just having it be more adventurer friendly might be, I could just
Yeah.
keep upgrading this set.
That makes
Might be
sense.
cheaper.
Well, I suppose it's my turn. I don't suppose you might have any boots.
Yes, we do have, boots that are over here. It's even further away from the counter than the, gnome and halfling-sized clothes.
Right.
It's basically on the furthest wall, and it's just there's many different styles of boots. You've got like
I guess since my character was interested, she's also walking over just to check it out.
Yeah. They're all enchanted with, some of them have more minor enchantments, like Shoes of Self-Shining, or, Self-Shining and Mending. Just that kind of thing. He does have, what's it called? Boots of Haste? But they're
Haste or
quite expensive.
speed?
Let me double check what the name is. Speed. Boots of Speed.
Ah. All right. Interesting. These ones are... This one would make me quite nimble, would it not?
Oh yes, they would. And they're very stylish as well. Perfect in all sorts of terrain. And they're also self-cleaning. I make sure that all of my clothes are, in addition to their base enchantments, also self-cleaning and self-mending.
Oh, yes, of course. And he points to his breastplate. I have quite the same thing. I have quite the same thing attached to my chest here as well. This breastplate cleans itself. It's come in quite handy.
He pats you on the back. I see you're a man of culture as well.
You never know when appearances will become the most important thing.
Of course, that's what all of my clientele believe.
Well, for the boots, what would you be willing to part with it for? Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. What did he say?
He said, I clothe some of the finest adventurers, even royalty. Did you know that the Queen of Ilmaz was here? She teleported in just a few days ago and then left. Solely because my products were of that high quality. Best in the entire land.
The Queen of Ilmaz? Why? What did she
Yes.
purchase?
Oh, she purchased one of my most advanced set of boots. And I do have one more in stock still, and he pulls down some boots, and they're very fancy. They have lovely little decorative... They look like decorative wings, but they're incredibly well made. And these boots do so much. Oh, they can help you fly, and they increase your speed, and they make no sound whatsoever, but you can disable that in case you need to make a dramatic step. You can even make them go louder rather than quieter. It's quite dramatic. I love these. She also bought a new royal outfit, and she made a specific order that I'm still working on now, that I'm having to collaborate with the finest smithy in the land here.
Fascinating.
Well, maybe not. She's
What could the Queen of Ilmaz possibly want from a... what grand enchantment could be enough for the Queen of Ilmaz?
Oh, that is, I'm afraid I can't reveal that.
Oh, come on.
That is between me and my client.
Oh, it must be... Oh, come on. I am absolutely a man of high fashion. I would be fascinated with your work. I'm gonna try and give this guy a bit of a persuasion.
Yep, go right ahead.
We'll see if this works.
1,000-pound donation.
Oh my god! That's right there.
You may be a man of the road, but I can tell that you have incredibly fine taste. So.
Oh yes, the Empire of Ilmaz is one of my finest interests. Did you know that I'm actually a historian of it?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, Ilmaz is truly one of the most interesting countries in the world. Second only to, of course, my own home of Couvre-Coeur. Oh, they have been through so much. Oh, that Queen is such a lovely person. She must be preparing for something quite big. She asked for me to mix my finest robes into something that would also double as armor. Like, full, proper armor, not just, metal woven into the
Of
fabric.
course not.
But
You could. The queen deserves the finest protection.
yes. And, she even asked for... it was truly the most advanced order of my life, but she wanted, something that would also upgrade not only her spells, but her swordsmanship as well, and... it's impossible to improve on perfection, you know. But I had to find a way. So...
Salem, you can discreetly see Timothy's fist at his side, is just clenching really, really hard right now.
And what surprised me most was she wanted something that would also command authority, and I thought, cloak of billowing would
What more authority does the queen need?
I know, I thought simply a cloak of billowing would be enough for that, but no, she demanded more. I've never had to apply a charming enchantment to clothing before. Oh.
Wow. This must be one of the... it's going to be an opus.
An opus indeed.
I wish you so much luck, my friend.
Yes, it will be...
I never caught your name, sir.
My name is, Fingers Von Fingers. Or at least that's what they call me nowadays. Not actually my legal name, my legal name is, much more boring. It's...
that's alright. I shall call you Mr. Von Fingers. You are certainly a talented man.
Thank you.
I am Timothy, and I certainly do hope that we become very good that we become very good business partners in the future.
Business partners, you say?
Well, rather that I hope that I'm able to partake of your business in the future.
Ah, I see. Well, if you ever need any, if you do decide to be an entrepreneur, I can certainly apply you uniforms. They will be the finest in the land, I assure you.
Well, now that you mention it, we are, I and my companions are starting up a business. It may be quite useful for us to get our hands on some unified attire for our potential employees.
I can certainly work on that. Tell me, what type of business is this?
Well, we're aiming to break into the restaurant business. We have a revolutionary new idea: food that is served quickly and efficiently.
I
Through a combination of both magic and the genius of our entrepreneur.
Intriguing.
Our head chef, he's won competitions, nationwide
really?
ones. Yes,
Really?
an absolutely fascinating young man.
That sounds like quite the business you're setting up there. Ugh.
I can't
Fingers
divulge
Von
our...
Fingers looks visibly disgusted at Twinkie at the burp.
I can't divulge. I of course can't divulge all of our sponsorships, but we've got some friends in very high places that are extremely interested in this business. So
Really?
I'm very much hoping for it to be a grand success, something that will revolutionize the world of cuisine all over the entire world of cuisine.
I see. Well, I would certainly love to become a partner of your business. You are a fine lad.
Right. Well, in that case, your contact. I'm quite a magical fellow myself. I'm sure that I'll be able to communicate with you at will, and we'll be able to.
You also know the lovely spell message.
Message? Oh goodness, no. Mine extends
really?
much farther than that. Surely you're familiar with sending stones, yes?
Oh, vaguely. I'm afraid I don't have any of my own, but...
Well, they extend quite far across the land, so I assure you I'll be able to contact you when our business gets off the ground and we finish our first round of funding and construction. We're actually constructing the first location right now.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes.
I shouldn't hold you up here too long, but I will await your sending stone. Yes, you wanted to buy some boots of yourself, right?
Yes, I was curious of it. I was curious of the ones that increase your speed. I certainly think that the purchases of the Queen of Ilmaz are very, very far beyond the size of my purse right now. But I would love to know more about would love to know more about something that could make me a bit more nimble.
Well, for something like this, I can part with it for a mere 1,000 gold. Though, you know what? Just for you, 800.
800. Now that certainly sounds like a deal.
Indeed.
We're talking boots of speed, right?
Yes, boots of speed for 800.
All right. I turn to Salem. And,
Yes?
well, we've been going on a bit of a shopping spree. I suppose we could reevaluate our funds after the races. Do you think that this might be a good deal? He raises his eyebrows discreetly at you. Yeah, he raises his eyebrows at you discreetly. He's just like in a yes, this is a very, very good deal.
Well, I would think so.
Right. Well, we'll have to look at our finances in the treasury. But you know what? After the races, and we're all we're trying to outfit ourselves with the races. But I think that we're all going to be competing. You see, I and my companions over there. But I think that
lovely.
I think that we'll be in a better position to see just what our needs for traveling will be once we figure out if we're going to win or not.
Very well. I have plenty of stock, but I will ensure that once the races are over, there will be at least one pair of my boots of speed awaiting you for purchase.
Absolutely. I look forward to it. Thank you so very much, Mr. Von Fingers.
Oh,
Thank you.
anytime, Timothy Hadfield. Good day.
I never said my last name.
Oh, sorry, Timothy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you retcon that?
Yeah, retcon that.
Okay,
that was
retcon
totally,
that. It's like
totally an accident.
Mr. Timothy. Yeah, because
Mr. Tim.
I'm starting to be very concerned because the person who said it was like, oh, that sounds like a familiar name, and I'm like, okay, time to be a spy.
Yeah, just retcon that out.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna just fade into the background on this scene.
All
'Cause
right.
It looks like there's
Well, I think
conversations
that's-
happening on the side.
Does anyone else have anything to buy here?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay then. We'll see you after the races, sir.
Yes. Goodbye. Please do actually buy something next time.
Yeah.
You better
I
prices
so
next time before you become Mr. Broken.
Mr. Twinkie, let's get going.
yeah, out of character, Boots of Speed for 800 gold is a super fucking good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
I think that would
disgustingly
normally,
good deal.
1,500, 2,000?
Yeah, they're like somewhere on the order of like 1,500 to 2,000 gold. That's a really, really,
Yeah,
really
that's
good deal.
why I was
Yes.
honestly, if I would not have cared if you bought on the spot.
Well, the only reason why is because I don't physically have that money. We'd have to get it from the treasury.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that like before I purchased it. Actually, if that's the case, then I might like quick group meeting and be like, hey, can I buy these?
We'll see, like, once we step outside.
Yeah.
Once he will be true to his word.
Yeah.
That,
And,
there will be at least one pair waiting for your decision after the races.
Out of curiosity, how much were the Omni boots? Like 40,000 gold.
Probably on the order of like 80,000.
Jesus!
Like that would be something
Oh, my
that
heart.
an act like you would not be able to just buy those. Those are like
Yikes.
Those
Listen, if you
are,
want
like-
boots that will click in a very profound way that attracts everyone's attention, you need to pay good money for that. Like, if you want people to, if you want
you're
people,
paying for a lot of features.
well,
with those
yes,
boots.
yes, but if you want people to hear your presence when you stand atop of like a
Yeah.
very high perch, maybe the top of the castle, and you're speaking down upon the peasants, below you.
The pigs in human clothing, perhaps.
Yes.
But in any case, we're stepping outside now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like the moment we step outside, Timothy is just like, I want those boots.
This is,
So how much do you have on you?
Let me see here. I have about, if we count the platinum.
unless you went off to make your own kind of money excursions and stuff like that, that seems to be out of our individual wallets'
Right. Right now, I
range.
only have about 390 gold on me.
Perhaps we should have asked that shopkeeper, not this one, the other one, for maybe affordable places. We need to start asking people, not for the best place, but for the...
I understand. Just
Affordable and magic items do not usually.
yeah,
go
no,
hand in
that
hand.
doesn't happen. I'm just like that said, I think we need to prepare for these races.
Yes,
We need to
of
win.
course.
The Guardian. We need to win. The Guardian weapon is of the utmost importance to our journey.
This is... I've never actually tried racing before at all. I mean, I suppose Mr. Twinkie here has some experience, but...
Well, I
not
think
the-
I've got something that might help in this situation.
What would that be?
Well, I happen to have one potion of animal friendship. And who knows, maybe that might help.
Well, I should give you fair warning. There is, Sorry, I just, blanked for a brief second. Sorry. I should give you fair warning. I've heard that unicorns do not take kindly to to any kind of magical influence.
Well, I guess that's true.
They can be very temperamental.
I thought this would just kind of let me understand them, but okay.
Well, understanding them is one thing. If you can speak to them, then perhaps you'll be able to negotiate with yours better.
Yeah, I thought like this would be something that she herself would drink, not make the... You know...
No. It's the charming is still the issue.
Oh.
You want to
That is true. Well, I guess I'll hold off on it then, unless one of you guys wants to use it.
Wait, are you telling me that we can't, say, use... Well, we can't, like, read their minds or anything like that?
Well, if you can figure out a way to read their mind, then certainly that's a possibility. But you must remember that unicorns are intelligent creatures, and they may not take kindly to having their thoughts probed.
Oh. Well...
So I would say that if you wish to do so, best to be discreet.
I see. Well, I'd rather not be discreet. I'd rather just ask them if it's okay for me to try to see what they're wanting
Well,
to say.
If that's the case, then yes, your honesty will probably be rewarded. After all, honesty is the sign of the pure of heart. I just would be concerned, so.
You gotta assert your dominance. Grab it by the horn.
No! Oh, goodness,
Grip it
no!
as hard as you can and take
I
off.
think that's just, you're going to get trampled immediately.
A unicorn's horn is its most prized possession. The only time a unicorn's horn would ever touch another creature is, well, when they're mating with each other, when they're fighting for dominance over a mate, and even then they tend to go for more intelligent means. I'm completely making this shit up. I have no idea. Like, out of character, I have no idea. I'm just adding lore. Bard's spout lore, it happens.
Yeah, and also, the people who run this race might feel uncomfortable seeing their creatures getting their horns handled in some fashion. Might make them think that we're trying to poach them.
I don't think they'll mind all over the blood and death and body parts falling from the sky.
Look,
Right.
if it is an already dead unicorn that everyone, including the staff, has seen die, then maybe. But even still, they'd probably want that to recoup their losses.
Let's just move
Well,
on,
in any
please.
case-
Someone was gonna respond to that.
In any
Alright.
case, we should probably talk about sponsorship and then go get ready for the race.
Right. We'll need to return to the magical equipment retailer.
And smash cut to the magical equipment retailer because I want to get the race done before this session is over.
Yeah, and I think we're all just like, sold! We'll do this
I
one.
was so sure you were just gonna cut it off there and be like, no, race next session.
No, I
Shopping
want to have the
episode
race
only.
this session.
Alright, sold! Let's do it.
Thumbs up! And
Smash cut.
smash cut You spent the previous day just getting all rested up, making sure you were well fed. You're ready for the race. You step out towards the unicorns. And as far as you can tell, they just look like normal unicorns.
They're not winged, are they?
They're not winged. They don't have any wings.
They're just unicorns.
Okay.
Yeah, we
As
are,
far-
we are
as far as we're
My Little
concerned.
Pony alicorning this.
Yeah, I'd like to create an advantage.
Oh?
That's not an action I can do in Dungeons and Dragons. I just assumed that I went to the stables and I practiced riding my horse because I have one of those.
I don't know if that would...
Your regular horse?
Yeah, my regular one.
Alright.
I just got one. I was just spending some time practicing and just making sure because
That's
me and the
reasonable.
horse are bros.
How many people are partaking in this race?
There looks to be about 16 out on the track, and you do notice the floor of the track looks like fucking rainbows.
Some kind of rainbow road.
And give me a
Indeed.
moment while I get the right music ready.
Surprising.
Oh, is it really gonna be Rainbow Road?
Let's
Because if
see.
it is, I'm
No,
going
it's
to
not going to be Rainbow Road. The music won't be Rainbow Road,
And
but
before
it,
it's like some
That would have been
metal
so
theme.
funny if it
I'm.
was that
You know what? Maybe I should make it Rainbow Road.
fucking Mario
Well,
Kart.
in any case-
when,
in any case,
someone throws a blue shell.
Mr. Twinkie, how are you feeling about this?
Okay, you
Yes,
know
are
what?
you doing
It
okay?
does sound good.
Twinkie is perfectly fine. You can see you just see a bunch of sweat pouring out on his forehead, and then he's just like, ooh, takes off his hat, and then a bunch of water just fucking comes out like a hose.
This is fine.
I hope these creatures are waterproof, or at least fireproof.
It's very hot today, don't you think?
Well, we are closer to this.
But hello there, friends,
It
and
should
Salem
actually
is just
be
kind of like
colder.
waving.
You do
at
see,
upwards.
As you're talking, you do see some other racers starting to walk out, and a couple of them look very menacing. They're just standing there menacingly. You can see the goes around them.
Oh, hello there. Are you also in the race?
Are they posing weirdly? Arch?
They're like
No, they.
One of them is.
they look like Death Knights.
One of them does look like a Death Knight, but he is not the one posing.
Salem just waves at them, oblivious to the danger. Oh, hello there, friends.
The one that looks like
Let's
a
have
Death
a
Knight
good
waves
race.
back cheerfully.
This
So-
is going to be an interesting race, right?
So you said that there's like about 16 others,
There's 16 total racers.
including
So,
ourselves.
including us.
So there's 5 of you, so there's 11 others.
I would have expected there have been more people signing up to this.
Oh shit, that's too big. Damn it. Alright, original plan. Oh, that'd be why I grabbed a half-hour extension. Oops.
Half-hour extension of what?
Rainbow Road.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Download.
Ms. Twinkie, just simply think about it. Just think about the prize that waits for us at the end. Think about the fact that we can get an item that allows us to make food whatever
Twinkie just
we want.
zones out as Jennifer is talking, and the memories start flooding back.
Just Vietnam,
Vietnam
flashbacks.
flashbacks.
I'm going to
Uh,
grab hold of Twinkie and just be like, Twinkie, what do they call you?
As Timothy is saying that, Twinkie is so startled and so afraid of the memories that are flooding back, he just immediately grabs the arm that takes a hold of him and judo flips him over the shoulder.
Athletics check versus
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
Man.
Or
Alright.
athletics if that's higher for Timothy.
Let me see.
Probably
here.
acrobatics.
Probably.
Can I argue that a feat that I have might give me advantage on this?
Which feat?
The one that's on my character sheet from redacted the college.
Right. That one. Yeah.
It doesn't technically give it all the time, but this seems
I think
specifically
specifically in this
applicable.
scenario, yeah, I'll give it to you.
Bonk.
Did it? Oh. Well, shit. Okay, I guess we can't have Rainbow
Oh
Road.
shit!
Whoa!
Oh shit! Oh
Just
shit!
Seconds
Oh,
later,
oh, shit.
just slammed to the ground.
Oof. So Rainbow Road just ain't working.
Aw.
So I will.
That's fine.
go-
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Rainbow Road.
I will just go with my original song plan.
We
It's
were
the
rolling
road
for
where you
so
go
Timothy
when you
tried
die.
to shake Twinkie out of his flashback,
Oh.
and he grabbed a hold of Twinkie, and Twinkie just kind of like freaked out,
Just
and he like judo flipped Timothy.
Jeez, how much damage did?
Can we
Is
say like
is
it made,
Timothy
like, a
still
crack in the ground?
unconscious?
That's a crit.
Is Timothy conscious?
Yeah. Timothy is at least winded. Like,
bonk. I'm down for I'm knocked for the count.
like.
This is all I want. All I wanted was. Oh, I suppose we took a long rest as well.
Yeah, you would have had a long rest. So
If that's the case, then before that happens, I want to just say that I sent a message. I'll just message it to you later.
okay.
Mr. Twinkie, what was that about?
Twinkie still can't hear anything. He's still back in his memories. He-
Mr. Twinkie, please! Snap out of it!
Is there something that? So is what's the state that Timothy is in while we're still trying to buy time? I think.
Yeah, you're just stalling
lying
until
on
I
the
have the
floor.
music ready.
Yeah.
But it might not be ready.
Oh.
I might just have to use one of the songs I already have uploaded.
You can use
'Cause,
Jukebox Bot.
I suppose. I
Um.
generally prefer not doing that, but I suppose.
What was I gonna say?
The explosions. Twinkie remembers it all.
Mr. Hadfield, are you with me here?
Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to use
He's like,
Jukebot.
this is some anime spirals in his eyes kind of thing.
Hopefully snap out of this. I mean, I guess I can probably.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I
You're
believe
like
I
half
also have to
not
say
needed.
I suppose when the
something.
horns like kick in, Timothy like shakes himself awake. He's just like, whoa, oh, ugh.
Oh dear.
Mr. Wingar,
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
I apologize for every single time that's happened to you.
Somebody who is a DJ needs to thank you. All right. So yeah, we've got the actual music kicking.
Oh my god.
Can someone also spell Kubwa for me?
Should be in. I have the.
I think I didn't see a handout for it.
Did I not?
Yeah, we never got a handout for Kubwa.
Oh, okay.
We got one for Aldebrand and Ilmaz and Ravelina, but not for Kubwa or
it
Vinay.
should be okay. Well, I guess I forgot to write one up, but the city of Vinay has it spelled out.
Okay, cool, thanks.
But yes, the time has come. The races are about to begin. Racers, please get on your mounts. You've all been assigned your racing number, and there is a unicorn to match your number. Please don't try to get on any other unicorns other than the one for your number. We cannot promise that it will end well.
Ooh. Well, I think I'm number. There's 16 of us, right?
Yes. If there's a specific number you want, you can have it. Otherwise, I'll...
Number 3.
Alright. God. If you all want to roll...
You know what? May as well. Oh God!
16, of
60.
course.
Luck. There's special. There's something special about that one.
He's gotten 2 crits in a row,
Rookie is 15. Junipero is 9.
and that just leaves
And
Timothy.
Timothy?
2.
Is 2. 2 of you are right next to... And then there's just Junipero in the middle.
All of it below.
You don't so I guess when we get on our unicorns, you don't see the same sort of like terror on Twinkie's face or nervousness. He's kind of just like in a calm. He's like in a calm state. It's almost scary in a way.
He has his.
And he looks and he turns his head left towards Rookie, and he just stares at him with eyes of wrath.
The spirit of a racer has taken over Twinkie's body. There is no Twinkie here. There's only a race.
There's only the unbreakable.
There is no...
There is
only the unbreakable.
I can just imagine there's like the electricity lines going between me and Twinkie right now.
Oh, he's returning it back.
As you all get on your horses and the countdown begins, 3, you feel the unicorn beneath you begin to shift and transform.
Nani?
No longer are they just unicorn. They're now fucking motorcycle.
Oh shit!
Twinkie starts revving up the motorcycle and arms himself with his flaming 2-handed sword.
Twinkie is
All while
Twinkie is
still
familiar
looking at
with
Rookie.
this. Everybody here just thinks this is normal, so they never brought it up. Most of the racers are comfortable in their motorcycles. Their motorcycle unicorns.
My character is just like looking at the others, like, okay, these are the reins, right? And you're supposed to. Why are you supposed to do this?
You're right next to the Death Knight, and he says, "Yes, those are basically the reins. You just kind of twist them, and you're revved up like this."
My character just simply gets startled by just how the revving is happening.
I think I'm going
What, you
to...
never rode a unicorn before?
No, actually, I've only ridden horses and horse birds.
I'm gonna very quickly attempt to figure out the controls on this thing.
The controls seem more straightforward than a real-life motorcycle. Like,
Yeah.
it's mostly being handled by the unicorn.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
Is it
Yeah.
intuitive controls?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
intuitive.
it's pretty intuitive.
We're in like 5Gs. This is like the 5Gs Yu-Gi-Oh!
Speed
motorcycle.
dueling.
So yeah,
Oh my God.
I would imagine they would like because anyone who can join in on this, they would make this very very easy for us to understand.
Like user friendly.
Yeah, there's no like you need to be a
Oh my
genius,
God,
like you need to be an
Jack.
inner genius to pick this up quickly.
They're
Just-
unicycles.
Yes. They are unicycles.
Wait,
Except they have 2 wheels.
okay.
They have 2 wheels, but they're unicorn plus motorcycle. So.
Unibicycles? Unimotor bicycle? You know what? Let's get on with the show.
Yeah. 3,
Oh, goodness.
2, 1. Begin! And I need all of you to make a decision. You can roll animal handling. You can roll athletics. You can roll performance. Or you can roll arcana.
I have proficiency in none
So
of
wait,
these.
what were it?
Oh fuck.
You have.
Hold on, I'm getting some cut out. I'm gonna disconnect, reconnect.
I'll type it out.
Timothy, rather than Timothy. Well, yeah, I mean, like, hey, did Timothy by any chance? No, he probably wouldn't be able to do so. Like, just give
I have
anyone.
proficiency
what
in
exactly
none of
were the
these.
4?
I don't think
That's
anyone
why
has
bards
proficiency
make
unless
the
it's
best
unless it's
streams.
Nova.
I don't think a bardic inspiration would have helped in the situation.
Okay. Let me make sure that I'm.
So it's performance, arcana, animal handling, or acrobatics? Okay. My highest 4 is arcana, so I'm just gonna say Salem decides she's a little scared. She's never ridden a motorcycle before, but she realizes in the end it's still a unicorn, and in the end it's still powered by the power of friendship. So she decides to believe and channel the power of friendship into her actions as the race starts.
And rookie,
Okay.
that bracelet that appeared on your wrist during the dream, it seems to be resonating with the unicorn motorcycle.
Okay.
So you will be getting. Let me take a look at you. Oh god, you don't have. Okay, so for the purposes of this, you will have proficiency in the stat that you choose. So basically, you can just roll an equivalent stat that you do have proficiency in for the sake of convenience.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be performance, but I'm going to roll for persuasion because that's what I have proficient in.
Okay. Is that? Hang on, I have to make sure that. Fuck!
Irrelevant!
Rookie just takes to this like a fish takes to water, and he's zooming ahead of the rest of the pack.
Oh. Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of you guys still need to roll.
Well, I'm just trying to think of like how to color this thing. So Jinpro, he's had his proficiency. He's known how to ride things. He's ridden horses, horse birds. He's did some little interesting tricks, just riding off of people's backs and stuff like that in his pastime and whatnot. And he uses his skills. Hopefully, he's in a good enough alert state to do well. It's a thing.
You do pretty good.
It's all right, I guess.
You're about middle of the pack. Salem's a bit ahead of you. Maybe like 2 places.
I start at the middle and I continue to the middle.
Yep.
If this thing is sentient, can I maybe lobby for persuasion? I suppose not. The engine's roaring too loudly for me to be able to talk to it.
If you were able to forge a telepathic link with it, I'd allow it.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that, didn't we?
If you have some way of doing that, then I will allow it.
Shit, I have a soak potion of psychic and I couldn't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was trying to help us. I was trying to push us along. We missed out on doing that, didn't we?
Yeah, I could have handed
You
people
wanted
out
to-
some of these potions I had.
If you wanted to toss it to me as you just zoom by, I am at the front of the pack.
Are you?
We're actually on the back.
Well,
I
you'd
wouldn't
be
know to
right
toss
next
it
to
to you.
someone.
I'm in the second position. I guess not. It's okay. I don't mind.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's other things that we can do here. Also, I can always there's always a comprehend language. Oh, there's message. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Duh.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'll say with that message, the unicorn responds to your message, and you now have and it forms a telepathic link between you and it that will last for the rest of the race. So I'll now give you permission to use persuasion.
All right,
Oh my god.
here we go.
Oh,
And I think I'm actually gonna try to be as friendly as I can with it, because like this thing is
He's got credit.
unicorns require deference.
he's gonna crit.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
all right.
close.
You do pretty good. You're in
I shouldn't be
Your-
rolling with advantage.
your kindness works wonders with this unicorn, and it pushes you into second place, just behind Rookie.
Okay, now all I have to do is make sure Ricky wins.
Um,
Unless you want to
And-
win. In which case, let's go, partner.
I will win this. I don't accept second place.
Right. If you ain't first, you're last.
Exactly. And Twinkie, I would like you to make your roll now.
Oh my god! Let's just say.
No. That's not the right roll.
Yep, that is an athletics.
Athletics.
That's athletics.
Acrobatics
Acrobatics.
is what I allowed, not athletics.
Oh.
Acrobatics.
So animal handling, acrobatics, arcana, or performance, unless you can bullshit some way to
Oh, I
make
don't
it
have
something
any
else.
proficiency in those.
Would you like to try and bullshit your way into something?
Bullshit my way
Maybe,
into something.
maybe use your intimidating
Maybe
Maybe it
aura.
can speak the language of muscles.
Intimidation.
Oh,
No.
muscles!
Oh my god, maybe it can speak
Oh
the
my
language of
God.
muscles.
Oh.
Like, just it feels your strong hand around its like handlebars or whatever, and it's just like another. Because I mean, think about it. Horses. What are unicorns if not just muscle beasts?
Apparently, fucking motorcycles.
No,
But they're
it's,
competitive. They're
You
competitive.
flex your muscles on top of this unicycle, motorcycle,
Motorcorn.
motorcorn. Yes,
Yes.
that works. And as you flex, you feel the unicorn flex in kind and become buffer. You now have the buffest motorcorn on the track. You can now use athletics. And I'll say you have,
Do I?
I'll say you have advantage on that roll. So you zoom ahead with your muscly bike. It is now the leading pack is now Timothy, Rookie, and Twinkie. Not in. Yeah, Timothy, Twinkie, Rookie.
Yeah, I see I see Twinkie zoom past me, and I just yell, "Soya!"
Sorry, indeed.
Twinkie just like flexes back.
So let's see. Between you, 16 racers. Jinapro is in exactly 8th place. Salem is in 6th. There's 2 racers between Salem and Timothy. One of them is the Death Knight. The other is a man with a bandana around his head that is posing dramatically on top of his unicorn, and you can see the go-go-goes around him.
Salem looks at the people ahead of her. Oh wait, no, go ahead.
Between Salem and Jinapro is a familiar face. It's the person that tried to shoot at you back in the first session.
What?
What?
The cowgirl with a
The
revolver.
gunner?
Oh
The
my god.
Oh.
What is she doing here? And what place is she in again?
7th.
Who's she shooting at?
Salem is in 6th. The gunner is in 7th. Jinapro is in 8th.
Oh, well, I guess I probably should recognize who that is.
She's not looking at you too carefully. Right now, she's just focused on racing.
Okay, so she's not actually. Alright.
Yeah, so these are your initial positions. There's 8 people behind Jinapro, but they don't matter for now. You're coming up to the first obstacle, and as you're racing, you realize that spikes are coming out of the side of the track. Like, the wall of the track just has spikes on it. And you begin to approach the first major obstacle, which is a jump. And there just seems to be empty sky below it.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So you approach this rainbow jump. How would you all like to tackle this jump?
Is there
We
like
have to roll one of the proficiencies again?
Yes.
I got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
When I was given a potion of psychic, what do you mean by that?
The potion of psychic.
Because I'm not seeing what a potion of psychic, so I think you might have meant something else by this potion.
Potion of psychic.
Potion of telepathy?
It was probably like a potion of detect thoughts or something. It was either a potion of detect thoughts or a potion of telepathy. Which would be like you would temporarily gain what's it called?
Or a potion of clairvoyance?
Clairvoyant.
It's like you make a sensor and you can either see or hear out of that sensor.
No, it would not be that.
Okay.
It would either be... You would either get, like, temporary telepathic communication... It was probably temporary telepathic communication with somebody else, and I'm gonna say that that's what it was.
That's what?
I'm gonna say that it gives you temporary telepathy between you and a person of your choice.
Can it
That
include
lasts
the
for, like,
motorcycle?
10 minutes. Sure.
Because we don't know what this is, I want to get rid of it. Okay. Salem sees this, and she realizes, seeing that she's not exactly the first in the pack, she realizes just believing in friendship is not enough. She has to work to communicate with that friendship. So she reaches into her bag and chugs this potion of psychic she's been holding on to, and says to the horse, "My friend, we must look out. There is an obstacle coming ahead."
A jump! I will tackle
think
this
you can do
jump with everything I have!
Because
You
I
feel it
believe in you.
accelerating. Give me a persuasion or another arcana. Up to you.
Oh, sorry, I put that twice, but 26. There you
The
go.
26? I'll go with the 26.
Holy shit.
It is... I forgot that she has plus 11 to this, dear lord.
That's
Fucking...
damn.
You feel a deep bond between you and the unicorn form, as if this was meant to be. And it starts rocketing forward. Rookie, make your roll.
Oh god, okay.
You start gaining on Rookie, but Rookie's initial lead was big.
Yes.
Twinkie and Timothy also make your roll.
Let me see.
I will
Oh,
say
fuck.
I'll probably try to avoid using persuasion just because 11's a little unfair.
You should be using it every advantage you have, though.
Do what you
That's true.
want.
That's true.
This is a race.
So I'm not
Okay.
concerned. I'm not concerned with my horse getting over the jump, but I am concerned with losing speed as they get over the jump. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and try to maintain it so that I can, in range of me, like in that, I think it's like, what is it, 30-foot range? Yeah, it's 30-foot range. I'm going to try to, as I pass through the racers or as I hear as they come up towards me, I'd like to see what their thoughts on their positioning are and try and like cut them off.
All right.
So, yeah, all I have to do is that's concentration. I gotta maintain it up to a minute.
All right. So that's what you're doing, and
Oh,
And then I'll just roll my persuasion again on the horse to see what positioning I get.
and
So,
Jinapro, make your roll as well.
can I
Shit.
can I do something here? Go
What
ahead
would
and
you like
roll.
to do?
I want, as Twinky's trying to make the jump, he tries to throw a javelin at the guy in fourth place.
Yeah, sure. You can make an attack roll with one of your javelin. He was funnily
Who's the
enough.
guy in fourth place?
It is the guy with the bandana.
Go.
Yep.
The
And,
menacing dude.
as you oh wow, that's really good. You would have had disadvantage on this attack since you're both moving so fast. And as you're going over the jump, you like stand up and turn around. You see that the guy in 4th place is pulling up a crossbow and he's about to fire it at Timothy. You throw your javelin and it hits him in the shoulder and his shot goes wide and bounces off the magical barrier between you and the audience.
Whew.
Roll damage.
Our
Just click on the javelin in chat. 4 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. He as he lands, he loses a bit of control and he ends up falling back a few places. So now the 4th place person is the Death Knight. But Salem is moving past him, and now he's in 5th. Salem is catching up, and did Junipero make?
I have not
roll
yet. No.
Okay.
I was just trying to think of, like, what can I do here, but
Sure.
like it's just sort of like it's just a jump. I mean, surely, you know, me having ridden creatures and stuff like that, I can just simply make a jump. So
Yeah, but like just okay.
there we go.
You go over the jump just fine. You manage to pass the bandana guy, so you're now in 7th.
I just have
You think you're slowly but surely gaining on the
pack in front.
the people ahead of you. You're just not making a ton of progress right now. And so right now, Salem and Twinkie are pretty much neck and neck, with Rookie just a little bit ahead of them.
And Timothy is behind them.
Yeah, I've fallen behind to 4th place, but that's fine by me. Personally fine by me. Although
Yeah.
I'd like to still, win if I can. My horse is a good guy.
And you can kind of feel, Gray, that your horse is a bit nettled by this.
Yeah.
They
Come
are
on, buddy.
not happy.
We can do better than this. I'm gonna just keep on giving him as many encouraging words as I can.
Would you
urge
say
him
that
on.
you'd like to use bardic inspiration on your horse?
I would very much like to use bardic inspiration on my horse.
All right, I will keep that in mind. As you so you manage to make it over the jump. A few of the people in the back don't quite do it, and they fall into the sky. But once they hit like a certain point, they just kind of get teleported away. And there's a big box. You realize there's a big box in the middle of this arena. It wasn't there before, but now it is, and it says DQ box. Most of you can probably assume it's short for disqualification box. And the people that fell off the jump teleport into there. There were about 3 of them, so there's 13 people left in the race.
Oh,
Let's see.
alright.
And I feel what is coming up around the next corner.
Pardon?
The spike tracks?
Probably
So-
the best way. Yeah, the best way to do this might be for the person who's in first to roll first, and then just go down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
keeping track of the positions, Archer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Rookie goes first.
So
So what are
As-
traps?
as you're approaching the next obstacle, you see that it's right after the jump. The track spirals a bit, and you're going to be going upside down a couple. It's not like a full loop-de-loop. It's spiraling, like you know that one room in the Forest Temple. It's like that.
Oh, okay.
Corkscrew.
Yes, you're going through a corkscrew. You are going to need some consistent speed to get through this.
Am I able to use Eldritch Blast to help me increase my speed?
Like fire behind you like a
Use
jet.
the recoil
Yes.
from it.
Yes.
Oh god, are we gonna
Yes,
have to
you
do?
can.
Are the people behind you gonna have to do a roll to like?
Save ourselves?
Yeah.
Yes!
Do it, because you're putting me and the other dude at risk.
Wait, you want me to do it?
Yes.
Do it.
Oh
Do
my
it.
Go
God.
for it.
Put
So, yeah.
us at risk.
You go up as you approach, you're like, the bracelet from your patron resonates with the unicorn, and not only are you able to launch your Eldritch Blast backwards, giving you a burst of speed, it launches from the unicorn. And there's just this beam of Eldritch energy fired out the back of the unicorn, accelerating you through the corkscrew cleanly and giving you a solid burst of speed. So, I'm gonna say Salem and Salem, Timothy, Twinkie, and the Death Knight are all gonna make a saving throw to avoid the Eldritch Blast.
Dex save?
Dex save.
Ooh, God, Dex.
Or like, could we just try and justify the save based on something else? So I could see Twinkie like just straight up making like a Constitution save and just being like force of will, just bringing him forward.
And I also feel like since me and Gray are you're psychically connected, we can tell our horse, look out.
All right, you can choose between. I'm gonna say no to the Twinkie one, but I'll say the two of you can choose to do a Charisma saving throw instead of a Dex one.
Twinkie. So Twinkie sees the blast coming, and then memories start flashing, and he starts getting a scowl on his face, and he rages.
Oh, what? He's gonna rage through this?
Oh no!
What?
I mean, there's no reason for he hasn't raged in a while, man.
I know, but he's gonna rage.
But I mean,
you rage, and I believe with your totem ability, you take half damage from this, from all sources of damage. So yeah, you just the blast kind of like.
Wait, I didn't even make the save yet.
Oh yeah, you can. I thought you were just gonna rage and tank it.
No.
If you'd still like to make a
I'd
save, go ahead.
No.
Well, I guess it's a good thing he's raging.
Yeah, you just kind of take that hit, and you just keep going. So actually, let me double check your.
So that'd be like what,
character
five?
sheets.
Should be 5. I don't have agonizing blast. That's why.
Okay,
so-
yeah, you resist it, so it's
No!
5 damage.
Okay.
I had
Yeah,
to double
'cause,
check if his totem of the bear resisted force or not.
it resists everything but psychic.
Everything except side
Yep.
damage.
So he does take half damage from this, and the Death Knight failed his save and is taking the full 10.
Oof.
He does not have good dexterity.
Does his
He's,
position change at all, or is he simply just kind of...
Yeah, he gets knocked back. Knocked back enough that you are now in 5th place. Jinapro.
I'm just racing here, guys. Hi.
Hey, we're all here.
So, I'll say that, okay, so, the three of you, Timothy gets, or sorry, not Timothy, Twinkie gets knocked back a bit and ends up falling into,
Like a firm third.
a firm third. They're a little bit ahead of you, still, but they're not neck and neck with Salem anymore. And Salem is catching up. Salem's trying to catch up to Rookie, but the speed boost from the Eldritch Blast was quite the
a
speed
lot.
boost. So now it is Jinipro's roll.
Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Oh, never mind.
Oh wait, I thought that Salem was in second.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
Salem's in second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
I think since we kind of had to react to what Rookie did, I think it's fair that we, that take
Yeah.
up what we were planning that time.
Okay.
Yeah, I just figured that would that their saving throws would count for their roll. This
okay, so
I
just-
Kirby.
I just remembered Twinkie can have advantage on dex saving throws from raging. Or no, from
it's strength.
is it?
Yeah, it's strength save.
It's strength rolls, not saving throws.
Strength. No, you what?
Wait.
No, I'm not talking about rage. He has another second level ability.
Oh.
Fuck, where was it? I just put it there. Danger
Hang on,
sense.
Danger sense, danger sense.
Danger
Uh,
sense.
You would have had to beat a 21 though, I think.
No, it's second level.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see.
Nah, he saw that coming, but it was. I mean, it wasn't
Okay.
big enough to dodge his attack. His
Yeah.
rookie's roll was
Yeah.
that big. I'm just pointing that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I will remember it for the future.
No, yeah, so I gotta roll, I guess. So I'm cautiously watching everything happen, and I'm racing along, I guess.
Kirby,
Yeah, you just keep going.
Mhm.
You when you're going through the corkscrew, you feel a little awkward. You have a little moment where they're like, "Oh God, are you gonna fall off of the corkscrew?"
It's like,
And but you managed to keep going. You fell back you didn't quite fall back enough to like go back into 6th place, but you did fall back a little bit. The Death Knight is a little ways behind you, and the Bandana Boy is not much farther behind that. But oh, and of course the Gunner is the Gunner would be catching up to you. The Gunner's like between you and the Death Knight. I almost forgot about them.
oh, wait, okay.
And
mhm. Good.
the Gunner is gonna pull out their gun and try and take a shot at you.
Oh,
Literally shooting the competition.
okay. So I guess.
Oh God, they got a 24 to hit with disadvantage.
Well, you better you better roll.
No, this one's just gonna hit. 'Cause the
Really? No matter.
Rookie's
no matter
was a
what he
saving
rolls?
throw because it wasn't aimed at anybody. This is an aimed attack.
Oh.
So that's gonna be
Ooh.
4 damage. It just kind of grazes your shoulder.
Okay, so I basically I can tell someone's trying to cost me.
Yeah.
So
It stings, but you're not that badly hurt.
are we okay? And is this happening during the corkscrew, or is this after the corkscrew?
This happens right out of the cork.
Is there any other like, is there like a turn or anything like that that's going on right now?
Yeah, there's a turn coming up.
Okay, then I will withhold my response until we get to the turn. Then.
All right. I'm gonna say you can just take the turn without rolling, but the next trap comes up right after the turn is done, and there's gaps in the road. Like, you just see little bits where the rainbow just stop. Not every color of the rainbow stops simultaneously, but the road thins out a lot. And there's holes in it, so you'll have to deftly maneuver around the hole. Is there anything you would like to do coming out of the turn before we roll this next obstacle?
I would like to do something to the person who shot me while we're going through the
All right.
turn.
While you're going through the turn?
Yes.
All right.
Either
What would
before
you
we're
like to do?
before we're going into it, or we're doing the turn. So
I'm
doing.
It'll happen while you're doing the turn.
So I'm going to do this to the person who shot me. Am I allowed to do this?
Yes, you are. So let's
So
see.
So basically, I'm just I'm driving this thing one-handed as I'm holding my magical shield. I'm just
They have, no choice. They must have no choice but to drive just straight forward at all times.
Yes.
I imagine the horse would kind of be like, "Wait, what?" Or I'm sorry, the motor corn would be like, "Wait, what? Why are you not turning me?" But
All right. Oh God, they got a 6. That's a fail. So yeah, so yeah, they just kind of freeze up. They're holding their gun pointed at you, and they just they start swerving a bit, but the motor corn manages to stop them from crashing into the side, but since the motor corn now has to do all the focus, they end up falling back quite a ways. A couple people did fall off during the corkscrew. You're now down to 11 participants. You're in 5th, right, Junipero? Yes,
yeah.
you're in 5th.
He is in 5th.
So she falls back to about 9th. There is still... But as you're approaching this new obstacle, the Death Knight and the Bandana Man are, they're hot on your heels. Rookie, you're still in the lead. Make your roll. How are you going to handle this obstacle?
I could try and plow through it when I fast, but I'm just going to oh, okay.
You're just going to go through it straight?
Yep, just through it with performance.
All right. You're going through. You definitely managed to evade all of the potholes. With you're starting to feel like it's very exciting to watch for the audience because you're just really good at this. You are like the best racer they've seen here in a long time. They are thrilled at what you're doing, and you just maneuver perfectly. People think that you must be like some kind of natural-born genius at this.
There's a very evil
And-
thing I could do here, but I can't because it's not in character.
I could have done something very evil at the
I
beginning.
can do evil things
Yeah.
to all you people, but I'm being nice.
All
And it
right,
could go with my
Like,
character.
what the thing that happened earlier was the nice version.
All right, Salem, make your roll next.
Alrighty, so since I can't do the evil thing, but I just want to say what I can do, just so you know you're lucky that I am this character. What I could do is, as I run by, use prestidigitation and use that effect that lets you create like a symbol or just like an image for on the surface of any size for an hour to just cover all the holes so no one can see where they are. I want you guys to know I could do that. But I can't because I'm Salem.
You can't make an image on a surface that isn't there.
But we're on a floor though. We're on the
But
rainbow
the thing
floor.
is, if you're covering up the holes, you're making an image that's not there because the holes are covered.
Well, I guess that's true.
Oh, you can actually make it so like there's like little walls at the places where there are like
Yeah, I
Where
could
the
make it so that
gaps
it
are.
looks like there's holes where there aren't holes, but yeah. I'm just letting you
That's-
guys know that.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. That is also equally evil.
Well,
Is that because
regardless,
they're a cell, though?
It's just prestidigitation because prestidigitation is actually the best spell in the game,
Uh huh.
and it's
Yep.
a cantrip.
But question, would that would I be able to use
Do you
counterspell?
have counterspell? I'm not gonna do it, but can you counterspell prestidigitation?
I don't think. Well,
I mean,
hang on,
you can,
let me check.
but like, it doesn't actually do anything damaging. Like, so the counterspell would be basically if you cooled something, it would be warming it back up or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be the opposite of whatever you're doing.
Well,
Like, you
regardless,
make an
I
image,
think
you
my
clear the
character is
image.
just gonna be like using her psychic link to point out the holes so that the horse can keep on running while she just
Alright.
does all the work for it, with like pointing out where is what is where.
just go ahead and make your roll then.
Oh my god!
What is with my rolls lately?
Well, it might have something to do with the plus 11 as well, making
Hey,
it.
no, you're still getting the
Well, I mean,
you're
that's
still
still-
getting
that's
the
a critical.
crits.
That is a
Why?
crit.
Why are you getting like all these nat
Um,
20s?
So,
I don't know.
as you are approaching it, you try and warn your unicorn, hey, there's holes up ahead. Avoid them. The unicorn just tells you, no. Watch this. And it accelerates. And just starts going fast enough that it just clears the holes entirely. And it zips past Rookie. Salem is now in first place. Rookie is now in second. Twinkie, make your roll. The audience is shocked by this sudden turn of
I'm
events.
shocked.
I fucking 11.
Shooketh. Shooketh.
3!
All right. You flex, and you're with the power of muscles. You just bounce over the hole. Like you just like lift up the bike, and it the unicorn allows you to. And you just like
you
jump
start
over
running
the hole.
yourself, and you jump over the hole before getting back with the unicorn.
You managed to catch up to Rookie and Salem a little bit, but there's still quite a ways between you. Timothy, make your roll next.
Okay, so I am going to use prestidigitation. But I'm not going to be an asshole. Here's what I'm going to do. So one of the things you can do is you can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. So I'm going to use the chill effect to cool my engine down so that it doesn't overheat and can continue. So a cold air intake compresses the air in an engine so that it has a cold air intake compresses the air so that it has like a big what do you call anything? Like it compresses the air more and it tightens the end, like the.
It leads to a bigger combustion.
Yeah, it feeds it. It allows for more oxygen to be fed into the engine. So basically, I'm going to cool the engine and simulate a cold air intake using prestidigitation, so that my my motor horse can get a boost of speed.
All right. Do I want to make you roll for that, or do I just want to let it
And
happen?
I also would like to lobby for that same thing that I lobbied for before, allowing me to take the dash action.
All right.
By not weaving between these things, but actually like jerking the horse upward and tricking over the holes.
All right. So, okay. Yeah.
Like in Mario Kart.
Yep. Yeah. I know what you're going for. I'll say if you want to do that, you're gonna have to roll for it.
Okay.
But I'll give you advantage because you just cooled off the engine.
Yeah. And since this is tricking, can I lobby for acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, acrobatics is one of the ones that.
Yeah, but I've been rolling persuasion the whole time,
Yep.
so.
Yeah. Go for it.
Fuck.
Um,
Come on!
as you attempt to do it, since you're doing something so advanced,
Oh my god.
you don't fall out entirely, but
I
one
definitely
point
fall behind on this one.
the back wheel goes into one of the gaps, and you have to thankfully these are both wheel drive, not just one wheel.
Yeah, I definitely lose a little bit of speed from this.
Yeah, you lose enough speed that Genipro has caught up to you, and you are by the time you're back on track, you're like neck and neck with the Bandana Man and the Death Knight. Jenipro's a little bit ahead of you.
Shit.
Unless Genipro screws up during this roll.
Do I see? Does it seem like the? I was gonna say can I? Is it possible for me to kind of sort of glance back and just see if Bandana Man and such were wanting to do something that takes advantage of Timothy, or is there any way for me to?
They aren't trying anything yet.
Okay.
if
Okay.
you
It
look
doesn't look
back.
like they're preparing anything. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, so I think back to the old days where I'm learning how to ride a horse, jumping over little hurdles and stuff like that. Think back to the old days with my family, and just that also gives me memories of Ven as well. And so this somehow thinking about that maybe invokes some kind of
No.
Then what happens as Genipro prays?
The motorcycle turns red.
You
Red
know what
one.
Do I
that
get flame
means.
decal? Do I get flame decals?
No, it's just red.
Okay, well.
The
Red
ones go
makes
faster,
things
so.
go faster.
Like what Gundam states. If you watch it, Kirby.
It you feel faster, and you manage to at least you think you feel faster. And is that? I'm gonna treat that as your roll. So,
okay. Yeah.
Unless there's something else you would like to do specifically.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, like if the religion was not gonna be allowed, I was just gonna simply just do performance. I wasn't gonna do anything else. It's just simply I'm just
Okay. You feel faster. You feel like the wind is pushing up against your face faster. But in this case, it seems to just be a placebo, and you actually you have enough trouble getting around the holes that we currently have a 4-way tie for 4th place.
well, okay.
So yeah, have fun with that as you approach the next obstacle, which is a death-defying, the ultimate obstacle. A bunch of marshmallows are on the track.
Oh
Giant
no.
No.
marshmallows.
Dear God.
Are they
It
sentient?
turns- You don't know if they're sentient or not, but they're like, they look like they're part of the track. Like the track goes from rainbows to marshmallows, and then back to rainbows.
Well,
I
Salem. I guess Rookie can go first, even though.
Nope.
Yeah.
Salem's
no,
in first
you
place.
gotta go first.
Okay, so Salem. Oh God, what do I do here?
I know what to do for it.
Don't touch those marshmallows.
And it's a really dick move.
Salem looks at these marshmallows and she's not exactly sure if they're sentient or not. It does seem like the road is made of marshmallows now, or is it just
Yes,
they're
it
all over
seems
the
like
track?
the road is just made of marshmallows for this little bit.
So, I think what happens is, as Salem drives by, she realizes that this must be the true meaning of friendship. Sitting around a fire, making s'mores, making marshmallows. And she knows what she must do. So as she's running around, as she drives by the marshmallows, she knows that the only way to fuel the power of friendship is to toast those marshmallows.
Yes.
And
Uh,
so,
do that.
As you're driving over the marshmallows that you just drive over are really bouncy. So it's a little rough to control, but like you're fine to just toast them.
yes, she's going to toast the marshmallows as an offering to friendship.
Oh my
And I think
God.
because of this, instead of rolling persuasion this round, she's rolling Arcana.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
You
no!
attempt to toast the marshmallows, and not thinking, you toast the ones right in front of you, and you get your motor corn stuck in the very sticky toasted melted marshmallow. They're not bouncy when they're toasted.
But I think like all of them are toasted now, though, at this point, because that just
There's like a triangle in front of you that's toasted. At the very end, they're all toasted, but like right at the start of the track, there's lots that are still bouncing.
So I'm guessing she is gonna get through this, but it's just she's probably gonna fall
It's
back.
gonna take some powering through.
Powering through, you say?
Yes. Eventually you will get out though, but we'll see how your place changes.
So is it the end of my turn, or can I try something?
I'd say this is the end of your turn.
Okay.
So Rookie, it's your roll next. You just saw Salem toast these marshmallows and then get stuck in them. But there's still some bouncy ones left.
Salem gave me an idea. So, what I'm going to do is use my burning hands, and
Uh-huh.
as I pass through the marshmallows, I use it behind me and lead a trail of fire.
Alright. So you're gonna...
Dear God!
Alright. Roll Arcana to see how this goes for you.
Oh god.
Instead of... Since Burning Hands isn't a... Oh god.
At least that wasn't a crit fail.
So, the Burning Hands, it toasts... Almost all of the marshmallows are nice and melty and burnt now. And sticky. And, it pushes you a bit ahead, but Salem's still ahead of you, and you're also stuck in marshmallow now. It wasn't enough to like push you over the melted marshmallows or anything. But you do manage to catch up to Salem, and you're now neck and neck. Yeah.
Oh, I'm never going to use Arcana again.
So next up is Twinkie.
Keep in mind, all the marshmallows are melted now.
Yes. It's just a whole bunch of sticky melt. It's basically like tar at this point.
So, I already know.
High five, really, or say
High five.
Would backfire. But Twinkie pulls out a modified clockwork bomb.
What?
Oh.
Modified clockwork bomb?
And he's like, after everything he's seen in the race with the two
You
of them
guys don't look at
ahead,
explosions.
and Twinkie doesn't know if they did it out of like pure mistake or not for fucking up the entire obstacle course with all the marshmallows, and he remembers the blast Rookie hit him with.
Oh my god.
So he's just like,
All right.
time to dish out some revenge.
On who?
Oh god. So
They're
how
close
are you
together,
using?
so they're gonna go out together. This could go either one of two
Will I
ways.
know that this is happening?
Okay.
What do I need to throw the bomb at them?
I'm gonna double check that right now.
Wait, so Nova's throwing the bomb at Rookie?
Which
And
I'm right
this
next
is
to.
your fruity as
I'm
well.
right
They're next to
next
you.
to him.
Weapons thrown. If weapons. So you can use. You can use strength to make this roll.
And I have advantage on strength while raging.
Nope. This is an attack roll, not a. So it won't have. Wait. Do you have advantage?
No.
You can use
Wait.
reckless attack. Oh god.
Yeah, reckless attack.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. You can throw your bomb with advantage, and use strength.
No!
Alright,
We're gonna get domed.
So you so how is this clockwork bomb modified? What makes it special?
It will not take 3 fucking turns to explode or go in any direction. As soon as Twinkie is like counting down the seconds before it explodes, it's gonna toss it right
All
at
right.
him.
So you're just gonna okay. So make your attack roll with advantage. Oh god, I'm scared. Strength. So an 18. All right.
Can I say when I see the bomb coming at me, because we've seen it before, right? So we'll recognize
Yes.
it. I can just friendship transformation.
Sure, I'll allow it. It only lasts for 1 minute, though. So you friendship transformation, and so I'll say like the 18 is just to make sure that it gets where he's aiming, and it does. So now Rookie and Salem need to make dexterity saving throws against this.
Hold on. This is considered an attack on Twinkie, right?
Pardon?
This is considered an attack by Twinkie, right?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So dexterity saving throw, right?
my dex is a 2. I'm hoping the AC from the friendship transformation might save you here. Do I have any spells that can help me? Do I have anything that can help me? No, I didn't pick up Misty Step.
Am I able to
I
whack?
should have thought about it before
Oh,
you
try to whack it back!
Hey! Rookie's trying to say something. What was
Am
that,
I
Rookie?
able to whack it back with my sword mace?
You can make an attack roll with your sword mace, and if it's higher than the strength roll that Twinkie just made,
This is for Salem as well.
all right. You don't have advantage on this.
Oh!
You swing, but the swing comes too late, and it misses, and the thing detonates, and now you must make your dexterity saving throw. You're both taking full damage from this. That is... do you remember how much we decided the bombs do, Nova?
I don't remember.
Last
time I used those was with the golem.
Yeah. Okay,
The
I
golem's
believe...
50 hit points.
I only have
Okay.
29!
What?
Did you
How much
kill
is
us
it?
both?
It's
The
not going to be a
clockwork
full
bombs-
fireballs.
Yeah,
No?
the clockwork bombs don't do a fireball spell.
Yeah, I know. I'm not using a full... I'm just using that as like a reference.
Dear God.
Okay, so you're gonna take... So it's gonna be 3d6 fire damage.
So max is 18, okay.
9 points of damage to each of you.
Also,
And you get your machines get knocked over, and you have to stand them back up through the sticky muckiness.
hold on,
So
hold
you're
on.
gonna be falling.
Twinkie.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh my god!
All right, Twinkie, make your dexterity save.
Oh my
I
god!
cast it at
I'm
level
pretty sure you
3
can
as
see
well.
that damage you must make a dexterity save. Okay.
And he cast it at level 3, so that's a 3d10 fire
And
damage.
Twinkie has advantage on dexterity and he takes half damage.
It's actually 4d10.
Oh my god.
What?
4d10.
It's because it's a level 1 spell, not a level 3.
Yeah, and
so-
it's being casted at 3rd level. So make your dexterity saving throw.
Okay. There we go.
That's a pass. So you're only gonna take 1/4 the damage of whatever rookie roll.
It's half.
No, because Twinkie
No.
also takes
yeah,
an
yeah.
additional half.
Yeah, half an
so it's
amount.
one half.
The bear totem.
Yeah.
So how much damage is
So,
that?
4d10. So that's... Alright, I'm just gonna say... So that's 7 damage. Because half would be 15, half again is 7.
It's
Okay.
7.75.
Alright.
So yeah, 7 damage.
And both Salem and Rookie have to work to get their bikes out of the mess, which gives Twinkie a chance to take first place. And next would be Timothy and Jinapro.
Yeah.
And we're currently
You're
like,
neck
sort
and
of-
neck with the Death Knight and the Bandana Man.
Yeah. Shoot. Then I guess.
I look over to Jinapro, and I yell to him and I say, Mr. Wengar!
Yes, Mr. Hadfield.
I think we're going to need to compensate for our allies' indiscretions.
A little bit.
Yes! The Death Knight shouts, I'll help! I can help!
What?
I'm a very helpful person. I don't know what the plan is, but I want to get over the sticky stuff.
Oh, that's right.
The plan is this, and I point my hand forward and I cast Dispel Magic on the marshmallows.
Okay.
That doesn't...
No, that doesn't work. Oh, because the marshmallows are currently in a different kind of state. It's like they're not.
No, like I want to dispel the fire effect on the marshmallows and return them to their original state.
That won't work that way.
Oh,
They're already burned.
I was hoping that they were like just spell affected.
The
But
magic.
I guess
Cool
I'm
them.
just-
No.
The magic.
That would be like...
just-
Okay, that'd be like saying that using Dispel Magic on someone who got hit by a burning hands heals them.
I was hoping.
That
to,
ain't
I
how
was
this
hoping to
works.
stretch it.
Not to mention, we still have our allies still going through some of it ahead of us, but they still.
Yeah.
So,
Rookie and Salem are still stuck as your as you're approaching.
Can I try to fairy fire along the track to clearly identify the marshmallows that are still bouncy?
There's not enough that are still bouncy to get you all the way to the end.
Huh. Huh.
My plan was just simply power through it.
Is there a full gap, or is there a rail I can ride on the side?
You could. There's spikes on the wall, but if you were to maneuver deftly enough, you'd be able to go between the spikes and just ride the side of the wall.
I think that's probably what I'm gonna aim for.
Oh.
Because I don't have any destructive magic.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh god, I'm kind of worried about trying to do this idea here.
Remember, only your mount needs to get to the other side for it to count as a win.
Yeah. Because Gray, I'm thinking about doing something kind of crazy here.
I was.
Oh, I have a crazy plan too.
just-
I should tell Rookie this plan.
I was.
Oh, tell
I mean,
me.
Are you down for like doing sick backflips off the sides of our unicorns and then just pushing them forward?
I was gonna be a little bit more
Me.
forward. So I guess like I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take a chance.
I'm out of spell slots, by the way.
Oh, wait, do you
Kirby,
not have any more Eldritch Blast?
I'm curious about. Well, Eldritch Blast is a cantrip.
Okay, that's what we need.
Okay.